And this is live BattleCOM. It's a Geek War of comedy game shows. We are live and in the house. Everyone is beginning to join in. We've got a fantastic lineup of battlers for you. So let's get this underway. Here we are. It's Justin Shaw is here, Lucy Gervais, Andrew Cardazzi, and Katie McKinney. These are your battlers who are going to die for your pleasure tonight. If you're just logging in, make sure you say hello in the comments. Let us know where you're logging in from and give us a shout out. I'm your host and I guess battle moderator, Paul Ash. I have a special stage manager today, Erica Tadeo, and our battlefields that we're going to be facing off against. Because I'm just rushing into that. Am I rushing into this too quick? I don't know. I'm hearing cans opening. I think everything is going well. Here is our battlefields today. We've got what is the best bad movie? Hey, this one's in yellow. It says, what is the best fictional company to work for? Erica, do you know why that one's yellow?
Because somebody submitted it?
Yes, that is actually an audience submitted battlefield. So that is what is the best fictional company to work for? And the third one is which Disney princess is bad enough to win a wrestling Royal Rumble? I think that's supposed to be badass enough. We'll leave it. She's just bad.
She's so bad.
She's bad.
Oh, that's why it's not working. I'm looking at the most on the wrong screen. Abby Stonehouse is in the house. Hello, Abby. It's KJ Miller. I'm not speaking right. I don't know what's happened to my voice. I've had to baby powder my forehead. I've not been irresponsible. I have lost the ability to speak. Kezia Camille Marie Doran. Merci. Welcome. And we are, I'm getting a little computery apparently with the voice. So I'll have to watch and moderate myself by the microphone. Let me
you sound like you're in a computer.
I actually am. This is my new home inside this little box. We are all here right now to find out what the first battlefield is and who's going to be fighting for it. It is what is the best bad movie. Our first two battlers, well, it's going to be Lucy Gervais with her choice of Showgirls. Woo! As she faces off against Justin Shaw with his choice of Armageddon. And now just to explain for the people who are just tuning in, who have never watched this yet before, this is the Geek War comedy game shows. We're going to take two comics at a time. They'll put each other in the face with jokes, and then you decide, yes, you decide who lives, who dies, based on not who's right, but based on who's most entertaining. Denis Leger is saying hello. Tim Riel is saying good morning, sunshines, because apparently he's on the other side of the world. And Tim Rocliffe is in the house as well. Welcome, Tim, all the way from Barrie, Ontario. This show is almost an international audience. We can pretend. It's going to be a fantastic show. We got a fantastic lineup, as is easily seen. Who's missing? Somebody's missing. Did we lose somebody? No, we didn't lose anyone. Okay. Justin Shaw, Katie McKinney, Lucy Gervais, and Andrew Cardazzi are all here. The suited monkey wants to say Armageddon isn't even a bad movie. No spoiler. And Twitch is showing up in the chat. Yes. So we're getting actually responses from Twitch. So Twitch is working finally. And when we do that, we actually block out both Lucy and Andrew. So that was
what a bummer. Andrew's so cute.
I know.
And
I'm okay.
Tim Rocliffe is sitting by the campfire at Sunable Beach. So nice. Wi-Fi is making it work. So we've got the way the game works is we're going to have 2 rounds, a possible third round for each battler on a topic. And the first topic, of course, is what is the best bad movie. And the first person to the screen was Lucy Gervais. That means Justin Shaw. He gets to go first with his choice of Armageddon and being positive about his choice.
All right. Hi, everyone. So I think the best bad movie is Armageddon. Year after year, people ask me, Justin, what was the best movie you watched this year? Year after year, I have to tell people the best movie I've seen this year is Armageddon on Christmas Day at 2 p.m. on A&E. Now, what's interesting about Christmas Day at 2 p.m. is it's an awful lot like a strip club at 2 p.m. I don't know this from experience, but on Christmas Day around 2 p.m., it starts to wind down. There's a mess everywhere, like a strip club. Your dad's passed out in a chair in the corner. What are they going to put on television? What are they got to fill like 4 hours with cheap entertainment? So they need something. Well, Justin, couldn't they just play The Godfather? That's a long movie. Yeah, but you got to pay attention to that movie. Plus, it's really good. Well, couldn't they just play 10 episodes of Big Bang Theory? No, that show's so bad you can't even ignore it. They need a show that is shallow enough you can swim in it, but not deep enough that you can drown in it. Enter Armageddon. And they play it every year on Christmas Day to the point where I'm almost convinced it's actually a Christmas movie.
All right, that was Justin Shaw with his positive for Armageddon as why it is the best bad movie. Now for Lucy Gervais for Showgirls as the best bad movie.
Okay, well, I just want to start by saying that Showgirls is considered like one of the worst movies ever made, but I think it's one of the best movies of all time. And I'll say it as Bill Hader's character Stefan from SNL. Showgirls has everything: topless dancing, revenge, uncomfortable to witness pool sex, cocaine, and Kyle MacLachlan. And you can also watch Showgirls on A&E. And by A&E, I mean acid and ecstasy. And that's going to be the best Christmas morning you will ever have. Back to you, Paul.
There we are. Let's see the votes. We're doing the call for votes. Jason Hattrick is calling this. Is this BattleCOM or Justin's half-hour special? So we are. The shade has been thrown. Let's see your votes.
Hi, Jason.
Voting by clicking. We don't have the hashtags up on the Facebook group. Putting the hashtags up in the Facebook group right now. So it's hashtag Justin. Pause or piece of shit. I'm sorry. And hashtag Lucy pause POS. So those are there. You can start liking those. Hold it. This means Twitch is working, which I think means we can actually like the comments on Twitch. If we can like the comments on Twitch, then we might be able to see those comments come up live here. And I'm not seeing those comments.
We did see some Twitch comments earlier.
The Twitch comments are there, but
for the record, Jason, people can like could do a half-hour special on Armageddon if that's a challenge.
All right, so we're seeing some comments coming in so far. Lucy has the most votes. We're checking all three. I'm deferring to Erica on this one. Erica, are you seeing votes coming in?
So for the moment on Facebook, Lucy is in the lead. And on Twitch, we've got 1 vote for Lucy.
Okay. And,
hell yeah.
How many votes for Justin on Twitch?
Ooh.
I will tell you another time, Justin.
Oh, damn. I told my grandma to log on Twitch and watch and vote. I guess didn't get a memo.
Suited Monkey apparently does not like Justin, and Jason Hattrick said he'd buy a ticket for your half-hour special.
Thank you, Jason. I've offended someone already by not liking Armageddon. Didn't say I didn't like it. Just think it's a bad movie.
That's why we're saying it's the best bad movies. Bad movies have a certain thing. So we're looking at this. I think it's Lucy. Erica, what's your call?
Looks like it's Lucy.
It is Lucy. Lucy
I'm trying to win it for Showgirls.
The first point. That means Justin goes first on the negative round. So we can remove the vote banner, put down up negative. I think we both clicked it at the same time.
All right.
I'm just out of reflex here. I really want to thank Erica Tadeo. Everyone give Erica a lot of love in the comments. She is here. She's over there doing a great job of freeing up my time a little bit so we can do this. So this is the negative round where they get to be negative, but the other person's choice they just heard and the loser of the last round, don't mean to call him a loser, but that's the proper descriptive, is Justin Shaw. Justin, I'm be negative about Showgirls as the best bad movie.
I'm loser by proper descriptive. Thank you, Paul. Now, I think the best bad movie is defined if you can play it at 2 p.m. on Christmas Day. It fills up the day nicely. If you tried to play Showgirls on Christmas Day at 2 p.m. with the grandkids playing with their dinkies, getting distracted by it's like, hey, isn't she on Saved by the Bell? Why is she doing that? It's like, well, she's just doing what she can to make it in Hollywood, as we all are. Merry Christmas.
And Lucy, you get to be now negative about Armageddon as the best bad movie.
Clearly, Justin has never had a Christmas morning at the Gervais house, because that's on before 2 p.m. Okay. Just for that. And also, like, I feel like it's kind of odd that Armageddon is on Christmas Day, and also Die Hard is on Christmas Day. So, like, why is Bruce Willis like the god of Christmas afternoon? Like, why him of all people? But like, what are they gonna put on, like, The Sixth Sense on, like, Christmas Eve? I guess, I don't know. It's just listen. I feel like am I done? I didn't even bring up Armageddon. I'm just talking about Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis is the spirit of Christmas.
There we go. The comments are up for people to like on Facebook. And you cannot like the comments on Twitch, so you have to count them by typing out either hashtag Lucy or hashtag Justin on Twitch and in Facebook, so we get to see the topics to see who wins. If you notice, Lucy had a red ball of awesome in the corner of her screen because she had won the first round. So this is a do or die survive for Justin. Some of the votes coming in. We got to vote for Lucy. We got to vote for Justin.
Yes. That's a vote for me.
I believe
Justice is a vote for me, definitely.
Justice for Justin.
Yeah.
We're arguing over whose name is more easily to make derivative. We're looking.
My name is 2 words squished together, so come on.
This just in.
There we are. Justice. This just in. It's Justin for Justin, or Justice for Justin.
Justin for Justin.
I'm gonna go to Erica. Erica, what are we looking at for who's in the lead?
So over on Facebook, Mr. Justin is in the lead this time.
Damn.
Ooh.
I know.
It's just Facebook, okay? Just Facebook.
And
wait till we call it, okay?
It
Get our
is
vote from the swing vote of
looking
Twitch.
at it. He is Lucy is only ahead by 1 in Facebook and Twitch. So what do you? Is it enough of a lead on Facebook?
Let's see.
Erica.
Justin is leading by 1 vote on Facebook right now.
You know what? No points awarded. This is too close to call. We are going to a free-for-all round. That means we're going to free-for-all. Lucy, you get to go first. So this can be positive, negative, just be entertaining, or a personal attack, non-physical, upon your opponent, which is easier thanks to social distancing.
Yeah, okay. So, like, Armageddon is about the end of the world, but Showgirls is, like, about how the world, like, should end anyway, because you know what? Being a woman in show business is a fucking nightmare, and that's enough to make me want to blow some shit up. So that's why I endorse Showgirls. I'm not pandering to the women watching this show. Back to you, Paul.
I almost wanted to call that one facts aren't jokes, but no one in the audience was yelling it out. So we got a free
too busy snapping their fingers.
You got to snapping the votes. That red ball of awesome is bouncing around like mad. I'm sorry, Erica. It is now Justin. Justin gets to go. Somebody's already voted. Free for all. Okay. It is Justin. Your chance to be positive, negative, just be entertaining, or personal attack upon Lucy.
I, for one, will pander to the women who are paying attention. I'll fight for that vote. Yeah, you got to do it. It's a tough industry for women in entertainment, and it's unfortunate. But it would be a lot harder if the world blew up, there would be no world for anybody. And I do think Armageddon would make a great Christmas movie. So I made a poster. If Armageddon was a Christmas movie, if you look, you see the asteroid 3 times the size of Texas, Santa, and there's Earth and more Earth.
Wow.
Bringing in
That was great.
his sketch abilities. The call for the vote is up.
Thanks.
See,
I'm saving it for my half hour, Jason.
Justin, I could listen to you do half hour of just you impersonating Stuart McLean. I would absolutely love that.
You're not even the first person to say that to me.
Justin for a larger percentage of the pandering and coloring books. All right.
That's a good answer.
This vote came in before Justin even went. So let's see. Justin. Oh, that one already went up.
Team Justin.
Justin, what's it looking like?
Abby, no.
I'm amazed I won Abby's vote back from the last time I was on this show, and I ate a tomato like a hand fruit because I was really hungry, and she got very upset in the comment section. So thank you, Abby. I'm glad.
Way to remind her of that when she can still switch the vote.
Not to change your mind, Abby.
So Erica, how are the votes looking?
It is a definitive win for Justin on Facebook so far.
Darn.
And
wow.
Monkey on Twitch has actually switched their vote from Lucy. That means it's a tie game. You both have a Call of Awesome, which means we have to do a second free-for-all round. If it becomes too close to call at the end of this, the person who gets to choose is Erica as the stage manager. This is Erica's big power.
Her eyes lit up.
You went first last time, but Justin won, so you get to go first again.
What is it? Positive, negative? Another free for all? What's happening?
Free for all round.
It's another free for all?
Positive, negative.
Sorry, Abby.
Just be entertaining.
Oh my God! That's like how good of a bad movie Showgirls is. It feels like a free falling, free for all, just like a rush. You know, it's just a thrilling moment from thrilling movie from one moment to the next. This feels like more of a filibuster than actual jokes. I haven't listened.
Jokes.
I think something has to be true to be a fact, but okay. Yeah, I don't know. Some people just want to see the world burn in a non-literal sense, and that's why Showgirls is the perfect bad movie. Back to you, Paul.
There we go, Justin, for your free-for-all round, your second free-for-all round.
Lucy, I actually really like your argument, and but I don't want to let go of mine yet either. So I say we compromise. We make a crossover film, Showgirls in Space. There's an asteroid headed towards Earth, and so they send a team of Earth's mightiest strippers to go and blow it up, because that plot makes about as much sense as sending oil drillers to fucking space to save the Earth. Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
So wait, are we sending strippers to space, or are we getting strippers from space?
Ooh, I like both. I don't know.
We gotta save something for the sequel. For the sequel.
Oh my God.
All right. Suited Monkey is completely gone. Full Justin.
Damn it! I'm losing it for Showgirls. I think Showgirls is winning, but not me. I'm not winning, but Showgirls is.
All right. How are the votes coming in? Make sure you vote. Remember what happened in the United States when not everyone voted. Really make sure your votes get in there. We want to make sure that we have all the votes. You're not voting for who's right. You're voting for who's most entertaining, because we learned from Fox News it's not about being right. So the hashtags are up on Facebook. And just because I agree with the things he said. There we are.
A reason to vote for someone.
It's definitely a good reason, and hopefully you don't choose that for Trump. We are. I don't know why I took us down like that, but I apologize. I wanted to.
We're losing all our Trump supporters.
Yay!
They don't deserve. They don't deserve your guys' ensemble talent.
Their existence is enough of a joke. So
here we go.
Tomato still haunts me.
Our one American citizen on the panel has stated. All right, Lucy, you only get one Justin. The tomato still haunts me. So here we are. I'm going to ask, how's the votes turned out, Erica?
On Facebook, it looks like Justin is leading by a lot.
All right, so that means that he has won the round. Our winner for that round is Justin Shaw.
Boo! Good job. Boo! I hate you. Boo! Good job.
Nice to meet you, Lucy. It's been a pleasure. Do I get red balls of awesome, or do I get blue balls of nothing?
You've now been cleaned of your red balls of awesome, because we are going on to the next two battlers to find out who you are going to face off against. So our next battlers are why is it not clicking? There it is. It is Katie McKinney with her choice of the B movie, or sorry, just B movie. You're not supposed to call it the B movie. Against Andrew Cardazzi with his choice of Batman Ninja. So here we go. Let's see if we can get enough hate towards Batman with the positive round. Why this is the best bad movie from Andrew Cardazzi.
I start with the positives. Hi, okay. So let's see. Let me give you a synopsis of the movie first. So the movie is Batman is fighting his rogues gallery, and for some reason they all get teleported to feudal Japan. And in the past, we don't know why. We're not asking questions. This movie is the absolutely most ridiculous thing, because now Batman has to fight his enemies without using any weapons, and they give you this whole subtext about how he has no technology anymore. He has to become a ninja. Meanwhile, for some reason, all his arch nemesis have mecha castles for some reason and transforming monkeys. It doesn't make sense. It's ludicrous, but you can't look away from it. The way I see it is that it makes no sense. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's over top. It can't be considered good, yet I love it just like my sex life. That's all I have to say.
There we go. He had to drop in the sex life comment, which seems to perplex his opponent, who is now to go with positive about her choice at this point, B movie.
First of all, glad you said you have a sex life, because now we know for sure. So B movie, a major plot point in B movie, which makes it disturbing and hilarious, is that the protagonist B and a human woman fall in love with one another, and it is implied that they have sex off screen, which is really bad for her because he can only sting once and then he dies. But it did a lot positively to normalize and destigmatize the BDSM community.
The votes are up. The hashtags are up on Facebook, so you can start liking that. Put in your votes. Start spamming the contents of either hashtag Katie or hashtag Andrew, so we can see who wins. That's on YouTube or on Twitch. You can start hashtagging in for who you think is the winner of that round. That was the positive round. And I have to explain something. This is weird. This is two BattleComs in a row. I've had a pen explode on me. This is,
baby powder, pens exploding.
Yeah, well, it's blue, so it's not like I'm one of the Avatar aliens. And the vote is for Katie, despite the pun. Andrew, positive. The mechs were really confusing, but still made great sense somehow. I think that's what makes it, what might be making it a very good bad movie.
Exactly.
And here we are. But again, it's not about being right. It's about being entertaining. Let's see how the votes play out. Currently, it's tied. And yes, the pens are exploding from ferocious ball cleaning. But these ones were blue. Last week, it was red. Too much information. There is, let's see the votes. Remember to vote. And if you are just tuning in to watch, make sure to say hello. clarification because Andrew doesn't believe I don't believe he has a sex life.
Kitty vote.
And considering that's his best friend, they would probably know. Yeah, a Smurf this week, Darth Maul last week. Just a whatever it takes to keep the altar of entertainment going here in my desk. So how's the vote showing up, Erica?
So things are tight right now, but it looks like Katie's taking it.
Ooh,
Get your
sounds
votes in now.
fun. Things are tight, and Katie is taking it.
Oh,
Nice.
that's what I said.
Pens are popping.
That's what we get for the BDSM comment.
Fair,
right.
fair.
Yeah. It's just there we go. Even
Tim's
I
like,
can't
oh, come
believe it.
on.
Tim Real is embarrassed by all of this. We're going to moving on now to the negative round. Katie has won that round. That means Andrew gets to go first on the negative round. He gets to be negative about the B movie as the best bad movie.
So I only have 2 points really, which you mentioned how if he could only sting her once, and you made it sound like she's at the loss, whereas he stings her once and he dies, as if that is not the problem here. His complete and utter death. My issue with the B movie is that it's a cute movie. Jerry Seinfeld is pretty good at voice acting it. It's a love story. At the end, everyone gets honey, literally and figuratively. Whereas with Ninja Batman, you can't really call it a good thing. For some reason, he does hand signs like he's about to summon a toad just so he could punch people. He summons monkeys with a flute that creates a giant mech. The whole time you're like, what is going on? And you have no idea what's happening. And that's why I think that it's the worst bad movie, because the B movie is understandable. You make sense. You feel warm hearted at the end, whereas you kind of need drugs for Ninja Batman.
Yeah.
All right. He somehow managed to take the negative round into a positive round for his own choice. Let's see, Katie, if she could keep it negative about the choice of Batman Ninja.
Okay, so I'm actually a really big DC fan, and I didn't actually know that was a run that made it into a movie. So props on taking a really deep cut for that choice. But also, if you are just going by, what is understandable and you want something like gritty and not happy, the other main plot of B movie is that bees are suing the human race for stealing their honey, which is making the cow community watch that precedent very closely. So I think that mine has more legal ramifications. I think Batman Ninja, if it's a movie you need drugs to enjoy, it's not a good bad movie. It's just a bad movie.
All right, let's see the votes. The votes are up. There's a lot of fact being thrown around. Let's make sure that there was enough funny and entertaining to get some votes in. So the hashtags are up on Facebook for those of you, so you can start liking the comments. Let's see the votes. Start spamming a hashtag and the name of the person you're voting for in the comments on YouTube and Twitch. There we go. Katie spewing jokes and facts. Suited Monkey is saying it all. We've got a vote for Andrew, even minus the hashtag. I'll take it from Abby.
There you go. Thank you, one person.
There we go. We're counting the votes. The votes are coming in. I have to say, I'm just kind of throwing this out there. I think the best bad movie of all time has to be Radioactive Dreams. Anyone who's a fan of the live show of BattleCOM will have heard my choices on that. And I think the battle report that's going to come out this week, I'll do a review of the movie Radioactive Dreams for people. So I might get some of the panelists here in on it, or some of the BattleCOM regulars, see if they want to discuss this topic with me live as we do a review. And we're waiting for the votes coming in. Katie owes me $20 because you mentioned Radioactive Dreams.
You just said that in the private chat.
Yeah, I just said that in the private chat. So
that's the timing of that.
He also said it in text asking me to mention it. So we got it all out.
Cheating. He's cheating.
There we are. No, he didn't actually. Sorry, I don't want to break up a new marriage. So how are we starting?
Don't worry,
on the vote,
Paul. You won't
Erica?
break up our marriage.
It is a very slim lead for Katie.
Slim lead for Katie. So Katie, we're going to be calling that one for Katie. So Katie has won that in a sweep. She got 2 rounds. So her very first BattleCOM, she has managed to make it to the final round. And she'll be facing off against Justin. So Justin with his choice of Armageddon, Katie with her choice of B movie. We're going to move on to the positive round. That means Katie is going first in the positive round. Katie.
So I think one of the other good things about B movie is that it really goes to show, that you can't just give comedians unchecked power, because if you do, you end up with Jerry Seinfeld saying, I'm going to make a movie about bees suing the human race. And everyone just goes, oh, yeah, that's cool. That's definitely what kids want to watch. When I was a kid, I definitely wanted the courtroom playset. That's my dog in the background. Sorry about the background noise. So we're going to end that for me. Make sure my dog's living.
All right, Justin, you get to go positive about your choice.
So something about Armageddon, the movie, that's really distinct, and Suited Monkey probably knows what I'm talking about here. It's the soundtrack. We all know the palpable music from this album. The song, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith, the song that cemented its legacy at every junior high dance between 1999 and 2009, and taught a generation of boys how to do that awkward slow dance bobble thing, and also taught a generation of young women that not all relationships are as weird as the one between Steven Tyler and his daughter, Liv Tyler.
All right, let's see the votes. Lucy Gervais has got a great look on her face. There it is. Justin P. from pandering directly to me. You're teaching them to do so, Suited Monkey. Teaching them to do so. Justin for accuracy. That weird bobble slow dance being covered.
Yeah, that took me back pretty hard.
Yeah.
You got to leave enough space for Jesus in the middle.
There is leave enough space for Jesus in the middle.
There's
that would
always
probably
enough
be in an
space for
American
Jesus.
school.
Good old Jesus.
Yeah.
So you can spam the names, hashtag and the names on Facebook, on YouTube and Twitch, and you can also be mentioning the clicking like on the hashtag comments.
Abby, you can still vote for me, okay?
Justin,
you can all
God
still
damn it.
vote for me.
Oh, let's see. Let's check in with Erica. Erica is the master of votes here.
Drumroll,
So
please.
Facebook was a tie until we got a comment, the one that you just put up, with a hashtag Justin in it. So if that counts as a vote, then I guess Justin just took the lead.
All right. Are you comfortable calling that for Justin?
Am I comfortable doing anything in life?
All right, that is 1 point for Justin. So we're moving on into the negative round. And Katie goes first in the negative round. Negative about Armageddon.
So you mentioned that it plays pretty much every Christmas, pretty much nonstop, and yet I have those votes are now legally half mine. Yet I have never actually seen the movie Armageddon. So if it's such a popular bad movie that everyone has seen and you want to watch it, how is it that I haven't ever seen more than 5 minutes of this movie? I'm a pretty big pop culture person, so I don't know. Are you too old, or is this reference too old? But
oh shit!
I don't have a mic to drop.
All right, Justin.
Drop your headphones.
Oh.
Okay.
I can't drop these. These are AirPods.
So B movie stars one Jerry Seinfeld. I gotta hand it to DreamWorks on this one. I'm really glad they're giving that upstart comedian a nice shot in the arm by giving him the lead role in a movie. I've got a good feeling about where his career might take him. So God bless DreamWorks for giving him that push.
Let's see your votes. The hashtags are up on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, you can just start spamming the names in. Please make sure that you're voting. Seeing a number of people are watching, but not equal to the number of people who are voting. And get off my lawn as to the hashtag Katie, because those votes are legally half theirs.
So apparently that's Jason, which I didn't know, and I thought someone had just claimed half of my votes, and it was really concerning. I thought a Muppet had just come at my vote.
As an American, having people come and take your votes away doesn't seem that far off.
As an American, my votes don't matter because Russia hacks our elections anyway.
There we are. You've breaking
There's
news.
another mic drop moment.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh, can I drop one of these real quick?
Sorry, what was that?
Facts aren't jokes.
Facts are jokes being thrown out there. What's the status on the votes?
Facebook looks like a slim lead for Katie, and the rest of the comments are
pretty Katie. There. It's not a sweep, but it is a lot of Katie. So winner of the negative round is Katie. That is forcing us to go into a free-for-all round. So free-for-all round. Going first, it's going to be Justin Shaw. So you can be positive, you can be negative, just be entertaining, or a personal roast attack upon your opponent, you meanie.
Okay, so here's the thing. I think Ninja Batman is actually a good movie and not necessarily a bad movie, Andrew. I'm just going to cycle right back because I ran out of Armageddon jokes. We're going to go at it for Batman. I don't think it's a bad, good movie. I think it's just a good movie.
Defend the Batman movie.
It's a comedic romp of romantic proportions. That's my statement about Batman. Ninja Batman, whatever it's called.
I'm allowing that. I'm allowing that rule because it is a free-for-all round. That means anything goes. Katie, your free-for-all round, positive or negative, just be entertaining, or personal roast attack upon your opponent.
Honestly, I just keep getting distracted by the microphone because, first of all, I genuinely give you props for buying like a microphone and using it, because that level of dedication is something that I truly admire. Just like the coloring book page shows how far you're willing to go. But also, I keep expecting you to tell me my 6 o'clock news. Like, I keep waiting for you to give me the like coronavirus daily tolls, followed by a heartwarming story about a dog learning to surf so that I'm not too depressed at the end, and then telling me to come back at 11 for the same stuff. So it's hard for me to focus.
There we are.
As people are voting, Paul and Katie, I just want to acknowledge it was Jason years ago that told me I sound like a 1950s radio man. So the fact that this has come full circle on me.
Stuart McLean.
Honestly, I would have said discount John Mulaney. So
Hold it. We are about to drop
that's a
some
compliment.
facts. No, I'm dropping some facts. Who here of all the performers, raise your hand if you've done Shakespeare on stage with John Mulaney?
I have. Oh shit!
Of course he has.
So I read his bio.
Yeah,
none of
what's
you
up?
guys did. So the hashtags are up, so you can start liking them on Facebook, or you can start spamming
What
the
a
comments.
dumb humble brag, Paul. I did Shakespeare with John Mulaney once.
That's how he got the discount.
Yeah, it came up organically.
Frequent flyer miles. He said, "All right, I'll let you be a weird talking skinny white guy since we did this thing together. So you're allowed to exist."
I want to see the receipt.
Actually, Tim Riel was at the show. So Justin
thank you.
was great.
Thanks, Tim.
Wow.
So we're waiting to see how the votes are coming in. So the hashtags are up on Facebook, on YouTube, and Twitch. Just start spamming in the comments.
Combat.
That's right. This is the mental blood sport. BattleCOM is the geek war of comedy shows. Yeah, no, it was the real John Mulaney.
It was the real one.
We're
I'm happy to lose that round as long as that knowledge is just put out there in the battlefield.
And how does it look, Erica?
So Facebook, Katie is leading. I feel like a political correspondent, which is like the last job that I could have, definitely. But anyways, Katie is leading on Facebook, and it looks like she is leading on YouTube and Twitch as well.
All right. That
about
really-
Tim was voting for Justin by saying that he was really great the time that he was on stage with John Mulaney. It's fine. Let's just keep talking about Justin being on stage with John Mulaney. Why not? All right.
How
The
many
rest of
votes
us
do I
can-
have?
at the same
You
time.
have
How
one.
many do I have, Erica?
You have one from me inside my heart.
Aww.
That's it.
Facts aren't jokes.
I only have one heart.
All right, it's actually at this time. Let's go to the audience. Those who are watching, are there any best bad movies that we have missed that has not been mentioned? If anyone can just state them at this point. Lucy, just cause.
Still in the
All right,
game.
Just because.
yeah, there was no abbreviate. What is it? Apostrophe there, so that's why I was confused with the cause. Let's see. Oh, The Room. Here it is. It really uses an entire sex scene shot for shot. Yeah,
The Room is
I don't
considered,
know.
like,
I don't know if that's the best bad movie. That might be the worst bad movie.
Doesn't
But the
it-
idea is,
doesn't it
I'm
have the
glad
title
all of you
as
get to
the
hear me
best worst movie?
swallow.
Doesn't
What
it
was that?
have the title of the best worst movie?
No, that's the title of the worst movie.
I thought it's the best worst movie. It's like the king of trash films.
I'm not
Bubble
sure.
Boy.
Bubble
I
Boy.
haven't seen Bubble Boy.
Bubble Boy actually has appeared in a previous BattleCOM Battlefield, and I believe this next comment might just be for Erica. Actually, I don't even know what that film is because that it must be some parody film. Schindler's List. Schindler's List.
I think I
Of all
actually
the movies
did
to
a BattleCom
parody.
with David Pride, and he tried to argue that Schindler's List was the best bad movie. I just went up there with like a legitimate answer, and I got steamrolled by David Pride arguing that Schindler's List is not a good movie, and he was very convincing.
All right, Position Impossible.
Is that a
I don't know if that's
porn?
in reference to The Room and the double shot sex scene. Howard the Duck. How dare you? How dare you, woman? Disgrace one of the greatest Marvel
Cancel
films.
Abby.
Howard the
I'm
Duck.
on my second bottle of water, and we're only on our first battlefield. Our first battlefield has ended. I don't see no one else other than canceling Abby. That is the only comment we've got from our panelists.
Don't cancel Abby.
For Howard the Duck.
I was gonna say I haven't seen Howard the Duck, but I just remembered I have it on the DVR because when I had free movie channels for a month, I just recorded a bunch of them like an old person.
Wait, you have cable?
Yeah, I get a discount because of
Do you
where
have a
I work.
landline too?
No, I thought about getting one because you know what? I wish I had a landline so that I would have something to call my cell phone when I lose it inside my house.
Oh, I've thought about that too.
You can make calls from your computer, but that's we're going to. It's called Google
What a
Phone.
game changer.
All right, Lucy, I will go to season 2 drag show on your ass. All right. And To the Monkey is Howard the Duck features Tuck thinking about somehow she has boobs. Yes, I know it's not a
Nice.
mammalian effect,
Duck boobs.
but that was actually there was Hensons involved in that film. Erica, please call me back. I've paged you 5 times.
I wish you had, Jason.
And we are now, it's time to find out what our next battlefield is, which is, this is our battlefield that has been selected for us by one of our fans. So if you are a fan of BattleCom and you have a topic, a battlefield that you want to suggest, please just send it to the BattleCom Facebook page, and that way we can add it and add you into the BattleCom. Again, the second week in a row, it is
Nice.
Tim Rowcliffe, located in Barrie, Ontario, and his battlefield that he has suggested is what is the best fictional company to work for. Our first 2 battlers coming to the screen are going to be Andrew Cardazzi with his choice of Aperture Science Innovators from
Ooh.
Portal. facing off against Justin Shaw with his choice of Strickland propane from King of the Hill. Let's go, Justin.
Sorry?
You get to go first. Justin goes first. There. Where's my mouse? There it is.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you might be thinking, why would you pick Strickland propane? That's so pedestrian. That's so boring. Well, honestly, I'm a bit of a weird guy. I just really wanted a job where I could fit in. And I think I would make a strong impression. And speaking of strong impressions, I actually have a reference for Strickland propane. I tell you what, I think that boy there, Justin, this is Hank Hill from Strickland propane. And I want to say that boy, Justin, he might be a little odd, a little off the wall. He might sound like a 1950s radio man or a discount John Mulaney, whoever that is. But he'd be a damn good propane salesman. Oh, thanks, Uncle Hank. It's pretty bitchin' of you.
There we go. Andrew Cardazzi, follow that up with your positive choice.
Yeah,
Portal
how am I supposed to follow that impeccable impression? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Aperture Science is from it's a company from a video game called Portal, where you go into a room where you test a portal gun under the supervision of an artificial intelligence named GLaDOS. And I think this is the best company to work for because, one, as an introvert, you have no human contact. The walls are all white, which means you're like pretty COVID safe. You don't have to worry about anything like that. You're doing puzzles all day, and you get to play with a freaking portal gun. That is like, oh wait, and the best part, obviously the perk is there's cake. There's free cake for those of you who don't know. So yeah, that's all I pretty much got. It's the cake.
Let's see your votes. The hashtags are up on Facebook. For the rest of you who are voting via watching on YouTube or on Twitch, what you can do is start putting the spamming some names in the comments. We did get Suited Monkey had a comment saying that the imitation got worse the longer it went.
Just like my stand-up.
just like the stand-up.
Stick around.
That half-hour show. Oh, we got to vote for Andrew. Woo! Free cake and portals.
Yeah, but his Hank Hill impersonation was terrible. Andrew, you got to work on it. If you're gonna compete like
Patrick
this.
is watching.
Oh, someone got the reference.
Yeah,
Thank you, Patrick.
I can't believe that counting on the audience's geek cred and knowledge would be a loser moment. So, but
yeah, wasn't it supposed to be a geek battle show?
It is the nerd knife fight of the brain. We are
nerd knife fight of the brain. I like that.
Knife.
That's
got
what I say.
You said night. It's okay. They sound the same. They mean the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. You could have meant evening or
nerds only fight at night.
Midnight.
Don't feed your nerds after midnight.
All right. How are the votes coming in, Erica?
All right. Facebook is looking like a sweep for Justin. And I know. And the rest of our comments are, I mean, we got that one vote for Andrew and Cake, which I'm taking is a 50%. Like it's a 50-50 split. They're half voting for Andrew, half voting for Cake. Which
I'll give that as a full vote for Andrew. Of course, nerds only fight at night. We might get sunburnt otherwise. I think you're talking about gingers.
This person understands me.
A solid line.
All right, this is that one is going to Justin. So Justin has won the positive round. We're moving on to the negative round. So Andrew, you get to be negative about Strickland propane.
Oh boy. Honestly, I didn't even like King of the Hill growing up. So like, it's just so mundane. I'd rather watch grass grow or paint dry. And your exciting choice of the best company to work for is just a place where you get to hear someone talk in a funny accent. I don't understand. I want excitement, but yet away from people. And does the propane company provide? I like the way you put it. Does the propane company provide good measures against COVID-19? That's what I want to know, because right now I don't see any measures against it.
It's not real.
What? All right.
Yeah.
I tend to disagree. and we are going to Justin for the negative round. Negative about Portal Industries or Aperture Industries.
Now, before you go bad-mouthing grass, let me tell you, boy, I'll come over there and cut your grass, and we'll have something to talk about. We'll dance if we have to. Now, I don't know nothing about no Portal or no gosh dang video games, but I do think that your job is not considered an essential service. But you know what is an essential service amid this here COVID-19 is propane. Okay.
Let's see the
Let's
votes.
do the win. I want to win at this point.
The hashtags are up.
But he's using his sketch pad. He's using other skills.
All right. Justin for the veggie games. And vote for Andrew. Is to screw your propane and your propane accessories.
He's a charcoal kid, that fella.
Yeah. Some of us like to taste the heat.
Not the meat.
There we are. With Erica, how are the votes coming along?
The votes are coming along. They are. Oh wait, we still have a ball in the screen. Let me just unball that.
There we go.
When I try and say something inappropriate, it's not. When I try and say something that's not inappropriate, it's inappropriate. Votes on Facebook right now. Justin is leading. Can I say that?
Yeah,
Abby, you're my favorite right now. I love when you vote for me and you hate it.
I believe that round is going to go to Justin. Is that what you're saying, Erica?
Yes, I am, which means that it's 2 wins for Justin.
Sweet.
All right, 2 wins for Justin. Justin has taken that round, and it is on now to find who our other 2 battlers are choosing as their companies to work for. Lucy Gervais has a choice of Planet Express from Futurama, and Katie McKinney, her choice of the Galactic Empire.
Star Wars, okay.
Ooh, space on space.
Space on space.
And it is second person to the screen was Katie, so Katie gets to go first on the positive round.
Okay, so they're a great company because, in my opinion, they have some fantastic benefits. Like, personally, if I'm sitting in a meeting and I randomly might get force choked a little bit, that's a great coworkers with benefits package to me.
All right.
Okay, fair.
Lucy, it is your chance to go positive.
So Planet Express, intergalactic delivery company. Sounds like a really fun job. Get to go to space. Space is cool. You get to go to Atlantis at some point. You get to go under the ocean, so you get to go everywhere. Yeah, you might like almost die every day when you go to work because these safety standards are not always being met. But you know what's a real world workplace that has had people die in it? Amazon. So it's way better and way cooler a career service to work for than Amazon, you know? So back to you, Paul.
So let's
Can you guys hear my cat? My cat is fucking losing it. Is it like no? Nice.
No.
Okay, good. Oh, here he is.
There we are. All right. The votes are started coming in. The hashtags are up on Facebook, and I'm not sure. I don't know how you didn't get away with not being called facts aren't jokes on that one. Lucy, let's see. Comparing good news, everyone. With that was a real bad impression. With Amazon. So
Maybe they were too busy laughing at the facts.
Vote for Katie, vote for Lucy. Good news, everyone. The negative round is coming up. So there we go. How are the votes showing up on Facebook? Please remember to get your votes in. All it takes is typing the comments in there. You know who we haven't heard from? We haven't heard from Sean Griffin.
It's true.
Yeah, he's supposed to give us our space updates.
Space.
Yeah, well, he works for NASA.
We need to know.
Yeah, I don't know what was worse, the Professor Farnsworth or the Hank Hill impressions. Well,
You just wait until it's
The
my turn
Hank
again.
Hill was
Student Marco.
good.
I thought for good.
That's good.
I don't
That
think
has
he's
so many
hating on it.
pages.
I don't think he's seen King of the Hill, which is fair.
I'll tell you what. That
I'll tell
Hank
you
Hill
what.
was pretty good.
Thanks, Lucy.
That was like a British Hank Hill. I don't.
It was.
Yeah, that's
like-
a good way of putting it,
if-
Paul.
If Hank
Hill-
Hill,
Hank Hill is voiced by John Cleese.
All right,
If
we got
Hank Hill was on
people
the
calling out
phone,
to Sean. We've got people calling out Sean. He's wearing the NASA shirt right now. If I take it off, does that summon you? It usually brings the boys to the yard.
My
if I
hat
started
trick
thinking
brings
about
all the boys to the yard.
But when
Oh, shit.
No. All right.
Savage.
We are getting the reviews out there. Let's see, Erica, how are the votes showing up?
All right, so Facebook is a slight lead for Katie, but it looks like Twitch and YouTube are a slight lead for Lucy.
whoa.
Oh, are you gonna say it's too close to call, or are you gonna give us a correction?
I
Which one?
think we might be too close to call. Let's give it
Damn
a
it.
It is
minute.
too
But you
close
know
to
what?
call.
Ah.
No points have been awarded. We're moving on to the negative round. Negative, with no points awarded. Katie went first the last time, so Lucy, you get to go first on the negative round. Negative.
Okay, so I just want to give a shout out to my mom who's watching. She's the best. She's a huge inspiration to me. She's actually she's sick, and so I think it would mean a lot to her if I won. That's all bullshit. She's perfectly healthy. The only reason she's not voting for me is because she does not know how, and I don't have the time to tell her. I don't know how to tell her to type it in the thing. I just can't. I'm too busy. Mom, I love you. Figure it out. What is Star Wars? Oh, a lot of white guys. Don't want to work there. Back to you, Paul.
Back to you.
Thank you, Lucy. We're now on for the weather. No, Katie, it's your negative about Planet Express from Futurama.
Also, shout out to Lucy's mom, who heard that inappropriate joke of mine and hopefully laughed at it. Negative is, you mentioned that like in Futurama, Planet Express workers are frequently in danger and like almost die a lot. And it's fair that that happens in the Galactic Empire too, but you know what the difference is? The Galactic Empire is constantly expanding. So there's always room for growth.
Like my ass, am I right?
Hey. All right. I don't know if Lucy's punchline will count for Casey or not, Katie or not. But that is so it's Lucy negative or Katie negative.
You guys, you can
the
still vote for
hashtags
Andrew.
are going up.
Don't think that's how that works.
So the hashtags are up on Facebook. For those of you who are watching on YouTube or Twitch, start spamming the names in the comments. I'm swallowing a piece of my mustache at this point in time, which is more information that you needed to know.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm seeing a lot of Lucy votes on this side. How's it showing up on Facebook there, Erica?
Is it tied? No, it is untied. Slight lead for Katie on Facebook.
All right, it's going to be a battle. Let's give this a few more minutes for everyone to get your votes in. Get your votes in. Make sure you are spamming.
If it's
Spamming
a
in the
tie-
names.
Sorry, if it's a tie, does that mean the
Nice.
free for all is the only deciding point?
Yes, that would be the deciding point.
Drama.
Actually, no, we can go up to 2 free-for-alls. So there would
Erica,
be
did
2
you-
free-for-alls.
Erica, did you say drama or trauma?
I said drama with a D.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Close enough.
Trauma.
You know what Tim would say? Tim would say it's trauma. But he voted for Lucy. So let's
Vote for Lucy's and vote for
how-
trauma.
There we go.
Such
How
a
is-
trauma queen.
So Erica, you want to give me a first count?
You know what? Facebook has stayed the same, but it looks like Twitch and YouTube have gotten a couple more votes in for Lucy. So Lucy has a slight edge.
All right.
So do we call it, Paul?
We were calling that one for Lucy. Lucy
on,
has
Thank
gotten
Thank you,
the first
Internet.
point.
All right.
And Suited Monkey is wondering if Lucy's promising to traumatize
I
them.
sure am.
If you have
We
to
can
ask,
respect-
you're already traumatized.
We can
So we're
respect social distancing if you want. Find a way.
We're moving on to the free-for-all round with Katie going first. So, Katie, you get to be positive, you get to be negative, you get to be just be entertaining, or do a personal roast attack upon your opponent, Lucy Gervais, who you just met for the very first time today.
Honestly, with like Planet Express, I'm still kind of caught up on willingly, knowingly choosing to be on a crew with Zoidberg. If anyone has watched that show, he's like an alien with little tentacle thingies, and he's supposed to be a doctor, but frequently just removes people's organs and stuff, you know, just cause. And I'd love to not have my organs removed just because. If they're going to be removed, like, let's do it for money at least, you know?
Yeah.
All right, selling your organs for money is Katie's defense. We're now going to Lucy Gervais for her free-for-all round.
Okay,
Positive, negative, just be entertaining.
Zoidberg won't remove your organs if you just don't fall asleep around him. It's not hard. Just lock the door, okay? Fucking, I'm sure there's shitty doctors in Star Wars. I'm sure there's a few in the whole universe. Are you guys sure you can't hear my cat? Like, he's so
We can now, yes.
he's so annoying. He just needs. It's like a babe. It's like a child. God, I didn't sign up for this shit.
I hear him.
I'm like a fucking wine ant cat lady, just losing it over here. Shut
All right. The hashtags are up, so you can either vote for Katie if she was funny enough to win. Vote for Lucy if you just wanted to hear her complain about her cat some more.
Is the cat a write-in ballot?
Your cat sounds so angry.
I think your cat's
Out
the
here,
MVP
you
of
want
the show.
some attention, and I'm busy.
And
I think my mom stopped watching.
we do have a request from Jason. So Katie, you gotta.
Yeah.
There we go.
Fine.
Congrats, by the way. That's very nice.
Yay.
Oh, congrats, there's a cat.
She just wanted to be on screen.
Sorry, Jason, the cat's way more exciting.
Aw.
Look at how cute he is. Oh, now you want down. After 15 minutes of meowing.
All right. So the votes are coming in. Lucy, because I'd rather work at Space FedEx than Space NASA.
Very valid.
Yeah.
Lucy, yeah, the cat gets a vote too.
Yes.
Leger,
Cats are jokes.
Cats are jokes.
That's the person with a cat as their profile pic.
My cat looks so
Apparently,
pissed.
they
It's
don't
like,
see the humor in that. This cat is so pissed. I think he looks a little stoned, actually. Thank you very much, Denny Leger, for smoking up a cat to get a photo of it. Lily James with a vote for Lucy. Welcome, Lily. First time voting today. Thank you very much for tuning in. We're calling that one for Lucy. Erica, is that correct?
Yeah, Lucy's leading on Facebook as well, so it is a win
Yes.
for Lucy.
Bam.
the cat is finally good for something.
So that's 2 rounds. So
That is 2 wins in
2
3
wins.
rounds, and so that means
over.
we have Lucy is going to be facing off against Justin. Yes. So Justin's choice being where to go. Strickland Propane. So Strickland Propane. Yeah, babe. Oh, Lucy showing her cat on the internet to
Hey,
win.
come back. Get over here. Get
Get
your
back
ass
here.
over here now.
Justin, you get to go first on the
And that's
positive
all
round.
it took.
All right, we're doing this now, Paul? Okay, cool.
We're doing this now.
So, you might wonder, why did I pick such a boring pedestrian job like Strickland Propane? I could have picked a fantastical fake job like Planet Express or the Trump administration. But instead, I went with the safe pedestrian route. Why? The real reason is, as an entertainer who's lost a year's worth of contracts as a result of COVID-19, I simply crave the security and happiness of repetition that would come from 9 to 5. And you know who would make sure it stays open? This fucking guy right here. My positive.
Who is that?
This is Hank Hill drawing.
Who is that guy?
It's Hank.
God, he cheekbones for days, that guy.
There we go. We're going Lucy Gervais.
This is a good moment. I'm just like, yeah, just armful of
Boogies.
snot. Just, I want to remind everyone that my mom is still watching, but she is in no way enjoying the show. So we're gonna have to step it up, okay? First of all, I'm a huge King of the Hill fan.
Yeah.
And I got really excited when you brought up Strickland Propane. But I still think that, like, I don't know, space hookers are way cooler than what's Hank's boss's name? You should know this. You're on team fucking Strickland.
I'm not
What is
giving
it?
away these deets. Not during the round.
Okay. Give me 1 sec. Who is the owner of Strickland? I still get to. It's still my turn. Strickland.
I'll give you a hint. His last
Propane.
name
No,
is the name of the company.
Okay. Space hookers sound like way more fun to deal with than Buck Strickland's dead hookers. I rest my case. Back to you, Paul.
Damn.
I can't believe I forgot his name. This is the company name. I feel so stupid right now. My God.
His name was in the business. You could have just said Mr. Strickland.
I thought it was something else. I don't know.
All right. Here we go. The votes are up. The hashtags are up on Facebook. So you can actually now click like on those hashtag comments on Facebook and start spamming the names into Twitch and YouTube for your choice. It's either for Lucy being positive about space hookers and
Always.
or
Said
that was my
always.
takeaway. Okay. And Justin with his positive round as well about that was actually, Justin, that was your one. I felt was very much facts aren't jokes. They're very sad about artists losing work.
Yeah.
So as I show a vote for Lucy,
Thank
a
you,
vote
Tim.
for Justin.
1000%. Damn.
Did you guys
Yeah.
know that Buck Strickland is a Scorpio?
Of course he is.
By the
Because
way,
I
I'm gonna
just
go kill
looked
myself.
him up.
Goodbye.
if I can mention at this point in time, if you want to support the show, the PayPal is paypal.me/ash183, and I will
I'm
split
not
it
worried
equally
about
with all the
finances.
performers that are on that. Just in case anyone does want to support the show, Facebook was trying to convince me in an email recently that I should make these events ticketed, which would mean it would only show up on Facebook, and they would take a percentage of that. And I don't know why it sounded like a threatening letter, but hopefully we won't make it. I don't plan on doing that, but I would like to be able to pay these performers what they are worth, or at least a percentage of that, because I don't think I can afford them at what they're worth.
We need to afford food.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Being the fat man in the group, I don't look at. So I
think I got you covered on that, Paul.
Also, Lucy, I used space sex workers in my argument, so it's a popular subject today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
on
love
all
how
of our
you're
minds,
like,
let's
I
face
call
it.
them sex workers. I'm
Yeah.
politically correct.
Well, it's true. I mean, strippers aren't hookers, so there's a difference.
I know that.
So white.
I don't know. What do you want?
I know they're
Hey,
different.
let's get focused here,
Okay.
people. Erica, where is the votes? By the way, Erica's wearing the
I'm
classic
agreeing with
BattleCOM
you.
T-shirt.
I am.
So it's by the way, it's the cat with the sword is the old BattleCOM logo, which we can't see with everyone's faces
Oh yeah, hang
over it.
on. Do I need to like
but-
stand?
Okay.
It's a cat
there
with
we
a
are.
sword.
It's
So
a cat with a sword, and you can see in the fist there is
Yeah,
a
it's a
see the
cat
cat
with a
and he's-
sword.
holding a
Ah,
sword.
yes. Oh,
Wait,
I see it.
what? I do not see it.
All
Yep.
right. Oh wait,
There we are.
do I need to stand up again? I feel like this is strange.
I
I feel like
think
everyone
we
my
played it.
entire
We
front while
played
following
it that.
forward.
Erica.
I think we played that out. I like that Justin seems to be the most woke. Is Timberell comment? What
Well,
is
thank
the,
you very
what-
much.
what is the, vote?
Yeah, the white man is the most woke.
Well, it was another white man that said it, so it must be
What
true.
year is it?
How are we doing on votes, Erica?
Slight edge for Justin on Facebook, and looks like Lucy's taking it. Lucy is taking slightly more votes on YouTube.
Hell yeah. You were going to say something dirty, weren't you?
I was going to say taking it again, but then
Lucy's-
everyone called me on it last
Lucy- I don't know if it was a call out. I think everyone really enjoyed it and hoped you would do it again, but okay.
Okay, thank you. That's just the Tobias Funke in me. What can I say?
All right.
In you.
We like TV on this show, don't we?
We do.
Boy.
All right. Let's see. What I'm gonna let you call it, Erica. What's the choice? What's the choice?
You know what? I'm gonna have to go back and like literally count on my fingers.
Okay, then it is too close to call. If it's too hard to count easily, then it is too close to call. No points are awarded. That was the positive round, was it not?
It was the
So we
positive
are-
round.
Wokes aren't jokes.
Oh, that's
we-
so good.
That's a good
We're going to
line.
be. We're going to now go to the negative round. Negative. Justin went first, I believe. So, Lucy, you get to go first on the negative round.
Just like working for a propane company may seem glamorous at first. People depend on you for their grills and the hot tubs and all this, but you're just gonna get stuck behind a desk. Nowhere, no promotion. There's nowhere to go for like 15, 20 years. And you're just going to tell yourself every day, you're like, yeah, this, like one day, this is going to add up to something, but it's not going to add up to anything. You're going to go home smelling like alcohol. My cat came back. Hey, buddy. And then your wife, Katie, she has to be a substitute teacher of the year 3 years in a row just to get some, just so your family name has any respect attached to it. So I'm glad I wrote this yesterday.
All right, Justin, your negative round.
People in Planet Express don't even have families because that position, it takes such a tremendous toll on people. It's so dangerous. Farnsworth, he's always putting his team in danger, in peril. But you know who would be a good person in charge of Planet Express? This fucking
Who
guy.
is that?
All right,
Hank Hill.
Well, the cat came back. The hashtags are up, so you can start voting right away. The hashtags are up. So you can start voting on Facebook by liking the hashtag comments, or you can spam the names on Twitch and YouTube.
You like my drawing? Though? Look at that. Look at that.
It's a pretty tall drawing.
Thank you.
You should be proud of yourself.
There we go. By the way, we probably shouldn't read that because I don't want to be dinged for another music copyright strike.
Hank Hill looks more like an actual tank of propane. So
Hey, Phil.
that's a haircut you can set your watch to. That's a Simpson reference.
I don't even know what that means. Yeah, there's lots of family on. There's lots of family.
Ah, yeah.
Amy's got a family. Leela's family lives in the sewer, but they're still people.
Yeah.
Well, they're mutants.
Are they, though?
People.
Whoa, mutants are people too.
Wow, you guys are fucking
Whoa.
racist.
Woke.
There we go. Lucy and everyone in Futurama has family. Even Bender. Bender has family?
He's got a son at one point.
Oh, yeah, right.
Well, luckily, if facts aren't jokes, then being wrong is a joke, hopefully.
All right. Erica, how are we doing with the votes? How are
Facebook
we doing
is
on-
tied.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm
Facebook
amazed
is
I'm doing
tied.
that
I don't know what to do about that.
One more
Uh,
person.
It wasn't in the manual.
but Lucy is in the lead otherwise, so that is going to be going to Lucy. Lucy has got the first point in this game. We're moving on to a free-for-all round. So, Justin, you get to go first in the free-for-all round.
I'm actually truly amazed that I made it this far with this premise. So I guess we're just going to do what would happen if Hank Hill was the owner of Planet Express. Oh, good news, everyone. We're going to Uranus. Oh, I wish they'd call it something different, more happy, like America. There you go. Hank Hill is Farnsworth.
There we go.
Good
Lucy,
news,
it is your free-for-all round.
So this isn't a positive or negative. This is going to be facts. Hank is gay. Hank Hill is gay. Peggy is his beard. Bobby is his like beard son. And that's why he hangs out with all those guys in the alley all the time. And the only reason he still works at Strickland Propane is because he wants to. He's in love with Buck Strickland. Also, he gets to work with that really burly dude who's not very smart. And also, just in case you guys forgot, this is my kitty cat. What's up, everybody? He is so mad. He is Lucy, so mad. Oh, Lucy I'm so sorry.
Pulling out all the stops. For this, the hashtags are up. So the last time you were on the show,
it's a free for all, guys.
Was stoned, so it's nice to know that they are walking around free now. Let's see the votes. The hashtags are up on Facebook. Start spamming in the names and comments on YouTube and on Twitch.
Also, this microphone, Katie, is actually a tripod.
That's pretty sweet.
Wow. Oh, I love multi-tools. That's a genuine love.
Whoa,
that's awesome.
Well, then who is Bobby's dad?
Bill. I've heard that too, Suited Monkey.
No.
The truth is out there.
Peggy would never.
He had that tiny urethra. That's an actual.
Oh, I'm gonna look this up now.
Justin for Uranus.
Is Bobby's real dad?
Yeah, there's
sending Justin to Uranus.
Are you just writing Bobby?
There's a hashtag.
That could be any Bobby.
No, it's the first answer is Hank Hill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, there's like a conspiracy theory someone made up, just piecing together some facts that came up through King of the Hill, and they're like, "What if Bill was the dad?" And they're like, "What if you had a real job and didn't think about cartoons all day?"
I think it's John Redcorn.
Anyone who is watching on Facebook can like the hashtag for hashtag Lucy F4A to vote for Lucy. So, Erica, how are the votes showing up?
So, Facebook looks like oh my gosh, was that the cat?
Yeah.
Oh, poor buddy.
Okay.
Facebook is a slight edge for Lucy and the cat. So please tell the cat. Maybe he'll feel better about it. And
Buddy.
YouTube and
Everyone loves
Twitch
you.
are looking like slight edge for Lucy as well.
Yeah.
All right. So that actually takes the round for Lucy. Lucy is the winner of round 2. So we're going to send this out to the audience members. Who do you think would be the best fictional company to work for? Is anyone out there in Viewerland have one that they want to mention? Or not, apparently. Do you, for the Battlers, are there any that you thought were surprised that weren't mentioned?
I really thought Monsters, Inc. was going to come up, honestly.
I thought Dunder Mifflin would have gotten one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dunder Mifflin. I mean,
Central Perk.
Yeah.
Where do the Muppets work? Like
The Muppet Theater.
Fraggle
the
Rock.
Muppet Theater. Yeah.
Fraggle Rock was a location. I don't think it was an employment thing. They definitely didn't have health benefits.
Where do they work?
I'd love to be a doozer in Fraggle Rock, except they keep eating like your scaffolding. You're like, I spent like 9 weeks on this. Not so you could eat it, you damn puppet.
Monsters Inc. I think at the end of the movie was a better place to work at. At the start of the movie, it definitely wasn't. Ghostbusters, definitely.
That'd have been fun.
I mean, I'm too much of a huge baby, but I would love to be a Ghostbuster.
What's interesting is that
one day,
if you die as a Ghostbuster, they can just put your soul in the little box, and so it's like your retirement plan.
Right, and then put you in the reactor with all the other.
That's pretty much the premise of the new movie.
Yeah, but then you don't get to haunt anything.
Yeah, true.
Well, your grandchildren, I guess, maybe.
Better retirement plan than I got.
The Wayland Corporation. I don't think the health benefits of working for the Wayland Corporation kind of outweigh the imminent death of anyone who goes into
seriously
the aliens world. G.I. Joe, all the glory, none of the risk. Yeah, no one actually dies on G.I. Joe except for that Community episode.
I'm not jacked enough to work there, but I could be if I just put my mind to it.
That's the spirit.
Is that Muppets
there's a whole
Tonight?
show, but the Muppets trying to run things. I thought that was.
Is that Muppets Tonight? No.
Was it? Yeah, there was a Muppets Tonight. They were running a TV studio.
All right.
Was that the name of it? But all right, we're not going to work at Monsters Inc. in the past, Paul. All right, every point taken. Monsters Inc. is now a better place. Denny is saying the reason to work for Ghostbusters is because of the backpack and the particle guns. Of course, who doesn't want to work with a cranky coworker who hasn't had his coffee and is carrying a big weight on his back and a dangerous weapon that you definitely don't want to cross the streams. Okay, only me.
Honestly, that sounds like my normal Tuesday. So.
Yeah, that sounds only like equally as bad as working in an office.
All right. Fight Club marketing department.
I would work at Ghostbusters if Leslie Jones was my coworker.
Yes, agreed.
That would be
Ghostbusters in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
All right. We are now moving on to the third battlefield. The third battlefield is what is it? It's which Disney princess is badass enough to win a Royal Rumble? And our first battler is coming to the screen. It's going to be Katie McKinney, and her choice of Snow White versus Justin Shaw with his choice of Rapunzel. Justin, you were second to the screen. You means you get to go first. Positive round.
All right. So we know Rapunzel lives in a tower, and she's got many suitors wanting to woo her. I do sound like a 50s radio man. So anyway, she's got to lower down her hair for them to climb up. Now, these suitors, they can't all be winners, right? So how does she send them packing? That tower doesn't have a staircase, I can tell you that. And she ain't lowering that hair more than once for that bozo. So what's she going to do? Boom, sweet chin music, send them flying out the window. And that would make her an asset in the Royal Rumble, because the way to win the Rumble is to eliminate your opponent by sending them over the top rope. Both feet touch the ground. Make it to WrestleMania.
And now Snow White, Katie.
So I think Snow White would win it because, first of all, she doesn't actually have to lift a finger. She has 7 tiny men who will do whatever she tells them, and all they do is hard labor in a mine all day with pickaxes. Like, I don't want to picture that Dopey has an 8-pack, but he definitely does, and they could definitely kick Rapunzel's butt.
All right. The hashtags are up on Facebook. A couple comments have coming in. Justin has already correct. Being correct isn't how you win, though. It's about being more entertaining. Sweet chin music, things people haven't said since the 1950s, unless you are Justin Shaw.
Or Shawn Michaels.
Or Shawn Michaels. Talking wrestling. All right, we got a vote in for Katie, and no mention of the frying pan yet. Hold it. Oh, this is a thing.
Don't give him ammo. He clearly hasn't seen the movie.
Don't mention anything that might be said a little bit later. Don't try to step on any of the performers' jokes. All right, Justin, because only one can be left in the ring during a Royal Rumble, and the dwarves can't get over the top of the ropes, and the Snow White isn't going to lift a finger.
Why did you write it like that?
So run on.
Because he's Tim.
There might be a digit count.
I'm crushing this hashtag.
All right, Katie P for making me think of ripped dwarves.
A ripped dwarf is a good dwarf.
Exactly. All right, and now you understand where Tolkien got the idea from Disney. Wait, no, I think that's time-wise reversed.
Snow White Cat. When did Tolkien do his writing?
Is it World War?
Well,
No one knows.
World War One. After his son died in World War One.
Oh yeah, a little bit before, I think.
Yeah, a little bit before. All right. So the votes seem to be coming in. What do you see, Erica?
Facebook is a slight edge for Katie.
Slight edge for Katie, and looking over here, it is for Katie. That is Katie. Katie is one of the first. Yes, Kitty Cat. Katie has won that round. That means we're moving on to the negative round. As soon as the vote banner goes down, Justin gets to go first on the negative round.
Now, I appreciate that Snow White, she's got 7 little tag team partners, but can't win it by herself. That's an awful shame. I know she's pretty badass, but she's going to take the total heel move and just sit it out and let a man do her job. Come on, Snow. You can get it done.
All right, Katie, you now get to be negative about Rapunzel.
Honestly, I think it's more impressive getting men to do your work for you than having to do it yourself.
Damn.
I mean, I've never done that. But Rapunzel has, a bunch of hair. You know what's going to happen when that hair gets hit by a pickaxe? It's going to get cut. And then what? Oh, you have a bunch of hair on the ground? That's cute. That's not going to do anything. There. Back to you, Paul. That's what I have.
There we go. I think Erica and I
No
might be
punchline
clicking
there.
at the same time. The hashtags are
She
up
isn't
in.
Samson, Katie. It's not like you cut her hair and her strength disappears. I guess I did see Tangled, didn't I? I guess that is a thing that happens, isn't it? I don't know.
Oh, you have seen the movie.
Yeah, I did.
All right,
Oh, okay.
The hashtags are up. So it's hashtag Justin N for negative or hashtag Katie N for negative are in Facebook. So you can either that or spam the name if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch. And do a hashtag and the name of the person you're voting for. And let's see your votes. Here we go.
Where are they?
There we go.
It's okay.
It
what is
sounds
your
like your
cat
cat
name?
is actually talking. It's like when my microphone is messing up. All right. Well, how's the votes showing up on your side, Erica?
It is tied. Or wait, if I say it's a dead heat, does that sound dirtier? I don't know.
It's tight.
All right. Is that for Facebook or for all?
From Facebook.
From Facebook,
It
that
is
means we're giving this one to Katie.
straight up at top.
Katie has scored the
Dang it,
point.
Katie. I'm
Uh,
disappointed. I had a whole sketch of Rapunzel as a wrestler ready to
Whoa,
go.
whoa, whoa, it's
Wait,
not
like you
over
drew
yet
a
because
sketch?
Oh, maybe.
Is
Is it not over, Paul?
Eric, hold it. Did Katie win 2 points, or was that first one too close to Paul? That's why I need
Katie-
Erica here.
Katie did win 2 points.
Yeah, she
She
did.
did win 2 points. But Katie won that
I'm
round.
quite conscious of when I'm losing, Paul. I think I
I'm
know.
not conscious.
I know when I suck.
I'm at like a Farnsworth age. I'm not conscious where I totally am. So or which round or what we're referencing, because I just went for Planet Express when we're talking about Disney.
That's why you have the cocaine on your forehead. It keeps stuff straight.
Yes, yeah. It's
Baby
a little
powder.
numbing for the brain.
It'd be funny if you cut it into lines, so we could all snort it off.
There we are. It's just
Is that a real question, Jason?
that is a question from I think that's why it's seriously and almost all in caps.
I can answer that. It was at his show in 2015. I was sitting in the front with nobody. None of my friends wanted to come because they didn't know who he was. And he picked on me on stage. And he's like, "Look at you by yourself." And I'm like, "Oh, hell." He's like, What do you do? What's your deal, kid?" And I'm like, "I go to theater school." He's like, "That's dumb. What do you do there?" I'm like, "I'm trying to learn Shakespeare." He's like, "That's stupid. Do you know any Shakespeare lines?" And I said, "A few." He's like, "Get up on stage and let's do a scene. You do the Shakespeare bit, I'll improv around it." And we did. And so I played Touchstone from William Shakespeare's As You Like It from Act 1, Scene 2. Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
that Mulaney impression is your best impression.
Hey,
It
thank you.
All right,
well, thank you very
and Suited Monkey just wants to point out that Justin keeps better track of his points than his impersonations.
Suited Monkey, me and you by the bike racks. Fuck.
But 6 feet apart, though, right?
And Abby Stonehouse is actually sitting okay with Moonlady as well. But we're losing viewers, so we're going to move on to the next battle.
Facebook stream might have actually just gone out, Paul. Sorry to say that while we're on the stream, but
Should I
we
bring
just
the
hit
cat back on the screen?
yes.
Will that help?
90 minutes. It looks like it's still there, but can you just refresh your screen, your Facebook tab, because it's looking good here. And I'm going to announce who is on the next battle. The next battle is Andrew Cardazzi with his choice of Nala from The Lion King, facing off against Lucy Gervais with her choice of Mulan.
Welcome to the game, Andrew.
Thank you.
And I'm just teasing. They are pretty good impressions, Justin. Please don't fight me. I'm a coward. This comes from Suited Monkey.
Don't worry,
second to the
Suited
screen was
Monkey. I couldn't take anybody. My body right now looks like melted ice cream. I'm not in great shape.
all right, Lucy Gervais. You were second to the screen. That means you go first
Okay.
on the positive round.
So, I mean, Mulan is a Disney princess who is also just like a fighter, like a trained, skilled, talented fighter. I know she could take a lion, but I know she could take people. So she's like specifically not only trained in the art of kicking people's asses, but she's trained in the art of drag. Hello, WWE. I mean, it's all fake anyway. They're gonna eat that shit up and be like, "Oh, she's gonna beat up like 8 other dudes," and then when she goes to get the Rumble or whatever you do at the end, the briefcase with money in it or whatever the fuck, she's gonna like take down her hair and she's gonna whip it out and she's gonna be like, "Oh, had a vagina the whole time," and everyone's gonna be like, "What?" Like, oh. I know that they're too misogynistic to actually follow through with that plot line, but it would be very good. Maybe, I don't know if she could take a lion, but close.
All right, it is time for Andrew. Andrew, again, it's not about being right; it's about being entertaining. Here we go, Andrew. You're positive for Nala.
So yes, I picked an actual real lion. I just want you to understand this. Who is voiced by the Queen Bee herself, which what more can you ask for, really? I don't know about you guys, but I feel like a wrestler needs to be like charismatic and energetic. And when like Nala kicked Simba's ass like not once but twice in that movie, my sexual awakening started then. Like as a kid, like it was really something special for me. And yeah, just I'm gonna keep it at that for now. Just I have an actual lion on my side who is a born predator. Yeah, just saying.
Andrew, the next time my cat comes on the screen, you have to look away. I do not trust you looking at my cat with those eyes.
Lily James dropping the fact that she's the princess of lions. Yeah. And what more could you ask for? A half decent performance for Beyonce would be nice. That's right. It is been said. He is on the attack. Let's see the hashtags. The hashtags start spamming the names in the comments. What is the status of Facebook, Erica?
Let's go check. So Facebook is, looks like right now there are no votes yet on Facebook, only comments about Nala.
All right.
There you go.
All right, so the hashtags are
Andrew
up, so
has the
people start
hots for
liking
Nala.
the comments.
Andrew the furry confirmed.
We got all right. Andrew's just noted as a furry, and we've made him promise not to talk about his hentai collection. So, did Andrew just say he's sexually attached to CGI lions? Actually, I think it was the 2D ones. Would have been his sexual identity. I don't think he's that young.
2D one, yeah.
2D.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the
Actually,
2D.
that's a good thing.
he's so horny it's affecting his internet connection.
Exactly. You shouldn't be downloading those.
Downloading that furry
gigabytes.
for.
All right.
All
I'm
58
seeing
terabytes worth of it.
Sorry, Andrew.
this aids is a negative vote for Jason. All right. So Jason's getting some negative votes, but I'm looking at mainly Lucy here, and on Facebook it is.
Facebook is
Erica.
still tied for. Oh wait, we have one. Oh no, it is Lucy.
It is Lucy, and
Sorry,
so Lucy
I had to
has
refresh the page and then
taken.
I had.
Heck yeah.
All right,
Thank
Lucy
you,
has
Internet.
taken that round. That means Andrew gets to go first on the negative round. Negative about Mulan.
Negative on Mulan. I don't know. It's I feel like a lion is enough of an explanation, to be completely honest. Like in actual wrestling, they wear masks of a lion or a tiger already. Mulan has to cover herself with some sort of makeup or something to like show intimidation. I cut all that middleman shit out. I went straight to the predator right away. There is no makeup. There is no masks. It's just a death machine, which I guess this would be a fun fact and not really a joke, which is lions. It's female lions who are actually the hunters. The males just look pretty. That's literally all they do. So yeah, I got a female tiger to do the female work that she needs to do, and I don't think Mulan's beating that.
All right, Lucy, you get to be negative about Nala.
I think all you got to do to beat Nala is use somebody else as bait. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a lion, but usually when they attack stuff, they jump for it. So you just got to take, I don't know, you got to take like, what's her face? Cinderella, hold her, you know, like right where you need her. Nala goes for it. Bye, Cinderella. They're both over the top, even less people. Take one of the 7 doors, throw those over the fence or whatever it's called on a wrestling ring.
The fence.
Is there a time limit? Could I just talk for like 15 more minutes?
No, we're calling for the vote. Let's see the
Okay.
votes. The hashtags are up in Facebook. People had
I
actually
vote
started
for the
voting
lion.
for Lucy before she finished. So
The
Abigail.
lion. Have you ever seen a lion?
My lion
you make
line.
a female work argument against Mulan, the woman who, in ancient China who joined the military to save the empire. Yeah, Andrew did.
Yeah, who's that a vote for, Jason?
He
Use
didn't
the
vote for anyone.
hashtags.
Use the hashtags, Jason.
Okay, Lucy, because she knows the lions only, I believe, only eat one person per sitting. Hey, welcome, Phil Poplachuk. His vote for Andrew. Lions are actually just mostly ambush and scare hyenas.
Oh.
They suck ass as hunters, relatively speaking.
Actually,
That's a
Facts
negative
Are
for
Joke
both of
moment.
us.
I don't know, but
We talk about cats that way.
That's a solid lion fact just up the sleeve, Lily. Damn.
Oh, and
Facts
Jason
aren't
is actually voting.
votes.
But knowledge
Facts aren't
is
votes.
power.
That's right. All right, I'm looking at it here. It's looking pretty strongly Lucy in the comments. What does it look like on Facebook, Erica?
Facebook looks like it's going to Lucy as well.
All right, that's Lucy.
shucks.
Lucy has the
Good job, Lucy.
round. So the final round is going to be Katie versus Lucy. So there we go. It's that means the first round was won by Katie. The second round was won by Lucy. And then the third round, it's going to be a battle between Katie and Lucy. Just want to point out that was Andrew Cardazzi's very first BattleCom. Big round of applause.
Well done.
Thank you for having me.
Andrew.
Definitely an
And
experience.
we are going now to Katie to go first on the positive round. Positive with her choice of Snow White.
Okay, so even going beyond the dwarves doing her bidding, Snow White also does this fun thing where she sings and all the woodland animals within like the entire forest just come to her aid. And that would include things like, you know, bears, deer, moose, geese. Do you want Mulan to go up against the woman who just summoned a flock of geese to her side? Like, I don't think so. She's not beating that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Lucy,
I'm
you get
just
to be
gonna-
positive about your choice.
Just gonna go ahead and say that like 7 white guys and one
You,
tall white
calling
lady.
this on this, you're positive about your choice. This is the positive round. You can't be negative about the other choice until the negative round.
Okay, well, I guess I'll finish that sentence later. So I'll just stop the momentum of that joke. Mulan is really fucking cool. I don't know. I'm not worried about Mulan. Okay, Mulan is not worried either. Mulan and I are both very confident in how Mulan would do against Snow White, who we don't know her real name. It's probably Karen. Back to you, Paul.
All right. Snow White is probably a Karen. Has come from Lucy Gervais. Tim Riel has also mentioned
Great.
Snow White's animals will only really give wardrobe tips. And Lily James is saying very great Nala.
If I may.
I'm just wondering if Nala would have been summoned by Snow White.
Nala would have obviously won.
There we go. Oh, Jason actually chose that topic when this was done in Toronto at the Comedy Bar.
Nice.
Yeah, but that doesn't count because he hadn't seen Mulan at that point. So
I was gonna say, was the argument just now that Snow White can summon wild animals and Mulan is confident?
yeah.
I think that might be summing it up, but it's not about being right. It's about being.
I'm here for this. I'm here.
You're both right there. KP reminded me of the scene in Shrek where they used the immigrant song. All right, Katie, because I'm worried. I'm not worried about Mulan. Was yeah. All right. We do know Snow White's real name. It's Aurora.
Nope. Aurora
no,
is from
no,
Sleeping
really.
Beauty.
How dare you?
Aurora's from Sleeping
Student
Beauty.
Monkey has just lost some cred
Try
on that
again.
one. They are down there with Justin. So let's see the votes. The votes are up. Looking at the hashtags, I'm seeing a lot of Katie's on this side. What does it look like on Facebook, Erica?
Facebook is a tie.
It's a tie, but it's not a tie on this side. So that one goes to Katie. Katie gets the first point in this battle. We are on to the negative round, which that Lucy actually got a start on earlier. So Lucy, you get to go first on the negative round.
It's always best to hear a joke when you just hear the first half and then you wait 4 minutes and then you get to hear the rest of it. So perfect momentum and setup for this. I'm just saying, if 7 white guys and 1 really tall white lady beat the shit out of some random Chinese girl, that is very much a hate crime. So that being said, the WWE would love it because they do love that shit.
I just wonder if I would stop there. That was a good laugh point. But do you want to continue, Lucy?
I want to, but I shouldn't.
Because at this point, there's always the chance you can always talk yourself out of a win. And we are going to Katie. Katie, it's now time to be negative about Mulan.
I mean, if they both signed up for the Royal Rumble and they're like in the ring, I feel like it's less of a hate crime and more just a complete obliteration of Mulan because she thought she was going to be fancy with her sword. And then she got there and realized like, oh, she has a small team of elite dwarf fighters, and also every animal within a 25-kilometer radius. So, yeah, I think she underestimated that one a little bit. I'm not sure she'd win it. I don't think.
What kind of animals are in like downtown Philadelphia or whatever they're like doing these Royal Rumbles, these stadiums? Like squirrels and
deer,
like a few raccoons.
Geese.
Yes.
I have
All right,
so
we'll
many
see.
geese around my house.
We shall see.
You are
As a
the
wrestling
hashtag-
fan, there. Okay. I was gonna say they wrestle in Florida now because of quarantine. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, true.
Okay, so some gators and shit. Damn.
Yeah. And people from Florida are terrifying as hell. So summon those to the ring.
I don't know if you guys heard me say, but Mulan is very confident. Okay, very confident. I think it seems like she has this.
The hash.
She's got a good feeling.
And Student Monkey wants to know if crackheads count as animals. And
No, they're people.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And yeah, summoning gators to the rumble. Yeah, they'd be crawling in underneath the ropes though. There we go. So the votes are up. We're waiting for the count. How is it looking on Facebook?
Facebook is going to Lucy right now.
Yes.
Facebook is going to Lucy.
I knew a white person playing the race card would be successful.
We're looking at a +2 for Katie in the chat. What's it looking? How much is Lucy winning in?
She's winning by 2. Oh snap!
And let me just double check this.
Jason,
it is that is going to be too close to call.
I am a wrestling fan, Jason. I know what's happening, and I say that at the risk of being really lame, just to admit I know where wrestling is now.
I think his comment was sarcastic.
Yeah.
Was
he being? Were you being sarcastic, Jason? I can't read
I think he was trying to be funny.
Okay. So that's going to be too close to call. That means that there is no red ball awarded. Katie, that means you're going first. You're the only person with points on the board. So Katie, you go first on a free-for-all round.
So one last little point for Snow White. Let's say it does have to come down to just her. I am betting that after she got rid of the evil queen, she inherited that, poison apple recipe. All she's got to do is get Mulan to eat an apple. Y'all know what they say. An apple a day will fucking kill you.
It's true.
All right, Lucy.
Okay, so here's the tea about here's the truth and the facts about Snow White. She's using all these bells and whistles. She's using apples, she's using gators, she's using tiny little men. But when it does come down to Snow White versus Mulan, she has confidence and she has just the ability to kick major ass. Once Snow White is out of the ring, which could be like immediately, those animals, they're like, well, I guess this is over. I get to go back to my swamp. And those little men are like, well, we're not really part of this, so we got to get out of here. So that's, I just read all of that literally off of Wikipedia.
All right, the contestant evoked the term hate crime, just referred to people with dwarfism as tiny little people. Let's see the votes. The hashtags are up on She's Got Bells.
Hasher is gonna kill me.
Oh my god.
Should we see Hasher comedian here in Montreal? So put the hashtags are up on Facebook. Again, remember, it's not about being right, it's about being entertaining.
I'm never right, but I try to be entertaining.
She's got bells and whistles and tiny little people.
And they're people, and they're tiny and little. What do you want from me?
If Vince McMahon was watching this, he'd be like, my God, we got to book this now.
Disney Princess Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh my God, that's
All right.
such a good idea.
There we are. Yeah,
funny.
maybe they might not sue us if we can give them a good idea. There it is. I'm just waiting for somebody to do some kind of copyright infringement or intellectual property against this show, because this is done completely in parody. This is fair use.
Barely.
So,
I mean,
yeah, suck it, YouTube. All right,
As he
so the
says, suck it,
hashtags are up.
YouTube.
Yeah, I say
Copyright
suck
strike.
at YouTube. They've been going after review channels and taking money away from reviewers, etc., for fair use. Projects. So you can't review something and show a clip without possibly then losing your stream or your access to YouTube.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. We got a Dungeons and Dragons fight happening between Tim Riel and Jason Hattrick. The hashtags are up, and I feel like I just created a bit of a downer. I didn't mean to do that. I'm seeing a lot of Lucy here, and facts about YouTubers are not jokes. Let's. How is it looking over on Facebook, Erica?
Facebook votes are tied. Welp.
Are tied, but it's coming up on Lucy over here. So Lucy has the point. So that means we are at one each,
Yes,
and we are going into a free-for-all round. Is this the second free-for-all round, Erica?
It is the second free-for-all round.
All right. So if it comes too close to call, Erica is the person who has to make the call. This has been one of the longest BattleCOM episodes yet. So let's see how this goes. Erica, we are going for the negative. That point went to Lucy. That means Katie goes first this round. Katie is free for all round. You can be positive, negative, just be entertaining.
It's negative?
Oh, she's getting massaged in the corner.
Wait, is that a hamster water bottle?
Thanks. I told y'all I had a butler. Like he's real up on his game. Free for all round. Honestly, I think that spoke for itself.
All right, they're relying on the visual humor. Lucy, you get to go on your free for all round.
Trying to get us copyright.
Yeah, I think we're trying for a copyright ban on that one.
Do you guys hear that?
Yeah,
That was John Cena's intro music, 2019. And then when Mulan inevitably wins the Royal Rumble, she will have similar intro music. So I'm just like selling you guys the fantasy of intro music.
Yeah. All right. The hashtag is up. Jess Terrell tuning in from Australia.
Hi,
Hello
Jess.
to me,
Jess,
to
vote
Erica.
for who you want
How,
to vote
Andrew?
for.
How,
and Andrew.
How and
Not hi, how?
How, Andrew?
How, Andrew? Why is he
How?
here?
How?
Who invited him? Who is he bribing?
There is. It's a dick move. Lily James is talking about the fact that YouTube has been knocking down and demonetizing reviewers. Again, because it's cultural based around spreading knowledge and media, clearly marketing that they don't have to pay for. And the money is actually going to the producers of the films who obviously have enough money.
Yeah.
If they can waste hiring, Nicolas Cage. Lucy for the Magic Singing Keyboard.
Magic.
That's my nickname.
Okay.
I think there was
Lucy,
a computer
free for all,
attached to it.
and her name is Fa Mulan.
Are we sure
Stupid
he got
Monkey
that
is
name
definitely
right,
one.
though?
Is Eddie Murphy gonna be like the hype man for Mulan?
What? I mean,
That'd be pretty dope.
Hell yeah.
I can't do his voice.
Nicolas
Can someone do his
was a dragon.
impersonation? I can.
As if you didn't think it was awesome enough. We got fucking Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So how's the vote
Cheap vote.
showing up, Erica?
It's a puppy.
Oh, they're tied on
Hello.
Facebook right now.
Aww.
So,
You get
Tied
poppy.
on
it's cheap, but
Facebook,
I'll take it.
Oh, hello, dog.
You get poppy.
Where's the
but
cat?
it is
It's the cat.
Lucy in the
Pretty
chat.
cute
Get
dog.
the cat.
Get the
Lucy.
cat.
I like the way she's
He's-
snapping at the cat. Like, dude, stop
he's-
that.
Is
He's sleeping on the
something.
bathroom floor because it's like nice and cool in there.
our
Aw,
winner for that round, though, is Lucy.
Yes.
Uh,
yes.
So-
All right.
Means too much to me.
So, by the way, this has been Katie's very first BattleCom as well.
Oh, cool.
And she actually had won the first round. 2 rounds have gone to Lucy Gervais. It's gone from Mulan versus Snow White to Cats versus Dogs. Any good show will eventually degenerate to the base needs. So that has been our 3 battles. So again, the first battle was won by Katie. Second one was won by Lucy, and then Lucy has won the 3rd battlefield. Let's
Yes.
take a look at the credits here. We
Nala.
are So if you want to follow your battlers, the Lucy Gervais Show on Instagram or the Lucy Gervais on Twitter. That's Lucy Gervais, or at Andrew Cardazzi on Instagram. And Andrew, what's the shows that you produce here in Montreal?
I produce
When they are back up.
Yeah, no, they're not back up yet now with the COVID pandemic thing, but hopefully soon. It's the Otaku comedy show for your anime needs, and the comedy crowd off if you want to heckle comedians on stage.
I love
There
that
we go.
show. By
Great
the way,
show.
I
You're-
want to
you're a great
say
heckler.
I was too mean to hecklers. Lucy, what is you're with Hackature as well, which will be probably coming back up once the COVID thing is done.
It should be coming back. It should be coming back again online at least one more time before quarantine is over. But once quarantine is officially over and Comedy Bar opens back up for shows, we are the first Sundays of the month
Yay!
at 8:00.
Kay McKinney is Kay McKinney 721 on Twitter for Katie McKinney. Katie is we also just a second. We're going to do the YouTube show afterwards. We're not completely done. We will do the post show, Tim. And we have somebody saying that Cinderella is the best. She works 20 hours a day, so you know she's tough. She's not afraid to get down and dirty. Plus, she has a fairy godmother as a tag team partner. Yeah, a little bit of magic probably would have went. That would have been a good choice.
She has mice.
But can she beat a lion? I just still not
Fairy godmother
convinced.
would have turned that lion into a little mouse or something. You never.
True.
Yeah. All right, and so Wrath of Shaw on Instagram. Katie, do you have anything else coming up? Just before I go.
My Twitter name is boring, but my tweets are amusing, so you should follow me.
Here we are. And at Wrath of Shaw on Instagram is Justin Shaw.
Sweet.
Justin, you have online show coming up? What's that?
I run a weekly podcast just like everybody else, and I'm kind of a
star.
Yeah, half a star. It's called Half a Star. Bad ideas make great stories. I'm a bit of a madman and maniac on it. So if you like the weird cadence of my voice, then buckle the fuck up for 40 minutes a week.
All right. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. You know where the subscribe button is. Hit the bell for notifications. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the channel on YouTube, there is a button at the channel header where it says spread the love. That will immediately go to the PayPal. Or if you just want to go to paypal.me/ash183, anything that comes in the next 3 days will be split before all the performers in front of you, including Erica, because Erica is doing a definitely vital service. And you can
Big round of
follow
applause for Erica.
Big round of applause for Erica. It's at BattleCOM TV on Twitter and Facebook, and it's youtube.com/kickashcomedy. Those places that can be watched, and Tag Amusements on Twitch. You can also find out information at Paul Ash Comedy on Instagram and Twitter. This has been BattleCOM, the Battle Comedy. We also want to thank Tina Spirals for being our model, who's modeling a classic BattleCOM t-shirt on Facebook, and Erica Montreal, Erica_MTL on Instagram. She has been our stage manager all night, and she is a delightful person and very funny. And the BattleCOM art motion art that you've been seeing was provided by Evan C. Abrams. So thank you, Evan. That concludes all of our wonderful content, with the exception of the final battle off. And I'll give Erica a chance to think about this as we're going to start going through everybody, starting with Andrew Cardazzi, and we're going counterclockwise because I'm going to actually answer this one. What would be your drag name? This is going to be the final ones, the final one-off battle. Andrew Cardazzi, what is your drag name?
My drag name has to be Senpai Surprise. I'm an anime fan, and I'm Senpai.
Nice.
Here we go. Lucy Gervais' jaw has just dropped. Lucy.
It's because I know what the surprise is. My drag name would have to be Spready Mercury.
Nice.
Sorry.
Just, I'd like to see you under pressure. Katie.
Mine's less of a name and more of an unpronounceable symbol. And yes, I committed to this. I painted this, so I too can commit to bits and draw.
Are you relying on a visual guy?
Artist.
I am.
I like that. My turn. So my drag queen would be a sexy nurse, and I would be named Big Pharma.
10 points for creativity. I give you that.
All right.
Get ready. Sachet away.
Her drag name would be Lucy Gervais.
I live.
And
you can have it.
That's a silly name.
I
Put it on your drag birth certificate.
I fry everything in butter, especially the racists. And all right, no Paula Dean's too old to reference anymore. All right. Erica, you want to put your drag name in?
As a drag king who would probably be late to everything, how about Mr. Bus?
I love that.
All right, Erica as Mr. Bus. That has been the final laugh joke, and now it is up to the battlers for one last task that is required of you. Who among you do you vote to be on next week's BattleCOM if they can participate?
Yeah, I'd say Lucy.
Oh.
I know there's a particular order, but
are we? We're supposed to point, right?
Well, you're supposed to point like this is
Brady Bunch?
Wait, I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm doing reverse. There.
It's not a mirror. All right.
What the hell is it?
What is Justin
Andrew,
Lucy. Okay, fuck.
I'm pointing at Katie.
It's got to be Lucy. Lucy was the pick from last week. Lucy, can you do it again next week?
There you
go. Yay!
Right. So Lucy will be
3
on
weeks
the
in a
battle for next week.
row. I'm never. You can't kick me off this show.
Oh, don't never say never.
And she's gone. That was amazing.
We are now going to pull everything back, so we're only going to be on YouTube. You can come join us on YouTube for the after show as we talk about what's happening. Thank you very much for tuning in on Facebook and Twitch. We are. Well, this has been BattleCOM.
Yeah. BattleCOM.
Now we are only on YouTube at this point in time. Thank you very much. Abby was saying that Andrew should come back.
Thanks, Abby. The one person. At least there's always
Fuck you,
one.
Abby.
You did great. I'm going to finish this popcorn now that it doesn't matter.
Jason Hastrick actually had a good point. Yeah, careful.
So I had a
anybody
comeback for Snow White if ever I went up against her, which was like this. I anticipated the 7 dwarves thing. I'm like, technically speaking, it would only be 4 dwarves because Sneezy's always sneezing, Sleepy's sleeping on the job, and let's face it, Dopey shouldn't even be working, yet alone handling heavy material. So I don't think it'd be good for Wrestling Mania.
The fact that you just named 3 dwarves, honestly,
Sorry?
says a lot. The fact that you just named 3 dwarves just says a lot. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I know my
Justin.
dwarves. I know my dwarves.
All right, Lucy's actually changed cameras.
Yeah, I wanted to just use my phone so I can text my mom on Instagram and ask her how she felt about the show, because I don't think she knew how to leave comments and stuff. And that's
Either that or your mom might have been ignoring you. We don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't blame her, honestly.
Honestly, it's beautiful. You invited your mom to watch this. I actively would discourage any of my family from watching
You got to
anything
hear
I
me
do.
say Hooker so many times.
I think I told my mom, like, I've told her that I've done shows, but if I told her, go to this specific channel, YouTube channel, watch this show, she would probably call me during the show to help, like, with her technical difficulties and not being able to get the stream or leave any comments.
Which I think something that Lucy was living through, which her mom was asking her how to vote. I
I couldn't respond really though, because I was using my phone camera and I was worried if I navigated away from StreamYard that I would be out of it for a second. So I just kind of I was like, she doesn't. I don't need my mom. I don't need my mom's votes.
I could have used those votes, Lucy. Jeez.
I'm sure. You know what? One of the things she sent me on Instagram was, "Damn that Justin." It's so cute. I can just
damn him.
Are you sure you're pronouncing that right? Is that damn that Justin, or is it damn that Justin?
I mean, I'm not going to tell you guys which emoji she used. I don't want us to get demonetized.
That's definitely an eggplant.
I gotta go. I gotta make a phone call. I did have a drawing of Rapunzel as a wrestler that I didn't get to use.
Can we see that?
It as if she was Rosie the Riveter.
Very nice.
If you look close, you see she's wearing Bret Hart glasses.
Is it a beard?
For Montreal, it's too soon.
No, I see a beard.
No, her chin's just really pointy. I drew it like 10
okay.
minutes
So she
before
has
the
like
show.
the most masculine jaw ever.
It's a pointy one.
Jawline.
Andrew, Justin's drawings are not wish fulfillment.
Sorry, she's not a lion, man. Sorry,
Dream can't die.
She might have a friend though. I could ask.
Was that a little tiara, or was that cat ears?
Yeah, it was a tiara on her head.
That's cute.
Nice.
I was bugging Andrew with the cat ears comment. I just realized that Andrew and I are wearing the same glasses, so mine is reflective enough though that I'm like an anime villain.
I got a marketing ad for that today. Actually, buy these glasses so you can look like an anime villain. I'm like, why am I being advertised this?
Oh my god, they know you too.
Which I get. Okay, I watch a lot of anime, so I'm like the one I'm being marketed to. But like, who is this product for? That's just like, do you need to look like an anime villain at all times? Buy our product. Like, I don't. What is the demographic?
I think it's you, Andrew.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ordered 2. You're right now.
I don't even spy on your Google searches, and I would sell you that as well. Be like, yeah, that guy wants to buy it.
I do make a recommendation. If you randomly start searching household appliances, Google and whatever are gonna start thinking you're really into that kind of stuff. So you're gonna throw them off as to what kind of person you are. So instead of me getting anime stuff, now I get like, buy this 14th blender. I'm like, okay, they don't know who I am.
Well, you should order the first 13. We also want to mention that if you are not going to support the show, or even if you're supporting the show, please also support any Black Lives Matter funds, including the BattleCOM.org, and support any local minority-owned businesses. BattleCOM definitely is for these things. I should have mentioned that earlier. I just didn't realize I hadn't gone through all the slides. So I apologize. Thank you everybody who's coming here to watch us on YouTube. I got to look at the right place when I say these things. I'm in a room with all the windows closed and 2 big bright lights, so I'm beginning to sweat pretty bad. So how's everybody else doing? Everybody is good. You've all enjoyed the show. Is there any room for?
It's hot. Hot in this room.
I like this room a lot, Paul. This is I think I said it last time I was on. I'm just blown away by the level of like just flashiness and like how well organized it is. It's I really enjoy it.
That's we're going to turn this into an advertisement for StreamYard. I'm trying to get on the StreamYard spotlight for anyone that's interested in streaming. StreamYard makes it easy. They make you look professional.
Insert plug.
And that's basically what they do. They make it look professional and stable, and they make it easy to use.
Look pretty dope. I won't lie.
If anyone wants a discount to buy it, you can actually send me your email address. I'll sign it. You can use it for free, and then if you do decide to upgrade to a paid version, then I get a free month of being able to do this. So I think that would work out kind of well. Plug. Here we are. So yeah, that's how it's done, Justin. It's a pretty simple program. It's not even a program. It's nothing to download. It's all happens through the browser.
Well, you make it look great, Paul. And we appreciate the time and energy. So. Good shit.
Welcome for Erica tonight. Erica really kind of helps because the fact that we
thank you, Erica.
Thank you, Erica.
Thanks,
trying to
guys.
manage everything. Erica has definitely helped. I don't know. I was not sure whether or not the Twitch comments would come through because on all the private tests, it wasn't coming through, but it said it should have been able to come through, and they did come through. But having Erica test and give me a count from the Facebook voting, it was great.
Good. I wish I had more jokes though. I'm gonna, if I get to do this again, I'm gonna try and maybe just bring a few more jokes.
Definitely, yeah. It's all about keeping this going. I think everyone in the audience was very much appreciative of what you're doing. I know that I was very appreciative. I know battlers seem to be very, very glad to have somebody impartial so that they trust more than me to count the votes. But yeah, all right, no one disagreed that you don't trust me. All right, I get it.
No, it's more that it's hard for you to keep track of hosting and counting. That's a lot.
Yeah,
so
counting is a big difficult. There's a hole in my arm. What the hell happened to my arm?
Oh, your arm is so skinny. Wow.
That's a really useless superpower. Only your arm slightly disappears.
All right. Yeah. It is. It's a lot to take care of. We all got silent when Tim said take a compliment. I'm the youngest of 5 in a Catholic household. I'm not used to compliments, so it's all,
my condolences.
Is it that, or is it because you're a ginger?
Yeah, but that's kind of happened with my family, anyways.
Oh, damn, Tim! Damn, son!
Yeah, I did. It's just the yachts.
Yes,
the yacht's just nicer at this time of day.
That just also explains that shirt.
This is my yacht.
Nice yacht.
She's on the French Riviera tonight.
Is this a yacht shirt?
Yes.
It's a French sailing shirt, or is a Italian gondola?
It's a French sailing shirt.
I'm gonna put on my glasses.
Instead of on the Riviera, I'm on the canal.
Yeah, so it's an Italian gondola shirt. There we go.
How romantic.
Did y'all watch any bad movies for prep for this, or like refreshers?
I've unfortunately seen B movie, so I didn't want to watch it again.
Okay. I ended up watching 2.5 really bad movies this week, being like, which one am I gonna pick? Ninja Batman at least I enjoyed, but like Superman 4 I couldn't even know, and Avatar the Last no, it's actually just called The Last Airbender. It's not even called Avatar the Last Airbender, the live action movie. With the exception of the penis hair, and for those of you who's watched it, you know what I'm talking about. There is nothing funny about that movie. It's just like really bad acting or bad pacing, and I want to kill myself. I'm like, I'm doing it for BattleCOM. It was not amusing whatsoever. Do not watch it.
Showgirls is one of my favorite movies, honestly. So when I saw Bad Movie, I was just like, everyone considers this like a bad movie, so it's like the perfect thing because I feel like I'll get to just talk about it.
Which is probably the best way to approach any BattleCOM battlefield is to pick something that you're passionate about that you can have it.
Take notes. Write it down.
Take notes. I personally, that's the reason. Of course, you won't owe Jason another $20 for this, Katie. But the reason I love the movie Radioactive Dreams, and I definitely recommend everybody get the chance to watch it. It was free on YouTube for a little while, but I think it got taken down. It is not available for sale on DVD.
I feel like this is a plug for Radioactive Dreams. Just like StreamYard brought to you by Radioactive Dreams.
Yeah, it is Radioactive Dreams. We're going to talk about it. I'm definitely going to be bringing that up. I love bad movies, ones that were made with heart. If you and it doesn't matter how you define, you could also redefine the battlefield when you set up your topic. For example, some people might consider Scott Pilgrim to be a bad movie because it cost $60-something million to make, but it only made $47 million at the box office. Thus, it was a failure. And even though it is an incredible film, that would make it the best bad movie in that case. Jason is actually saying his best bad movie is Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
And then I told him to back that joke.
I was actually going to pick The Last Jedi. That was another film that I was about to watch.
Sounds like anything with The Last in it sounds pretty bad.
There's better fan fiction.
There's definitely better fan fiction. There's you know what? I had the novel that came out after Star Wars, before Empire, that actually had a love affair between Luke and Leia. So when there was, it was called, what was it called? It was called Crimson Shard. So it actually was about the gems that were used in lightsabers.
Kyber crystals.
Yes.
Kyber crystals. But it was the first mention of like kyber crystals, and people who hold them for a long time becoming force sensitive. So it was
is that how? Oh man, I need to get myself a kyber crystal.
Yeah. So
did you say Luke and Leia like had a thing in that?
It went a little further than just a simple kiss. Yeah, it did.
Oh my!
It was before.
When I kiss you, it's like I'm kissing my brother.
Yeah. As much as they say that,
you said that with so much pride.
Well, he's from Prince Edward Island.
Okay.
Oh God!
It's a Back to the Future reference. Give me a break. Give me a break.
That's basically when you leave Prince Edward Island, you are traveling back to the future.
When you travel to PEI, you time travel. Fun fact, though, I do have a cousin I'm related to twice.
You know what? I think I also have some of those. So no judgment here.
I've got a cousin that's my second cousin
Please
and my
explain.
fifth cousin. I've got a cousin that's my second.
Wait,
I'll
by marriage or by blood?
No.
Is he showing off? I'm not sure exactly the objective of the cousin.
It's a weird flex. It is a weird.
It's a weird flex. Okay.
Let me explain, Andrew.
Yeah.
Justin, you have the floor.
Yeah, I got a cousin that's my second cousin and my fifth cousin, but you could argue that fifth cousin is like, that's just other people. Like, I think we're all kind of a little related on PEI. So when you get a Tinder account on PEI, you got to get an Ancestry.com account too.
Ooh.
That's actually kind of clever.
Yeah, that's why
That's
I
a
married
reality.
someone from another country. That way I could be sure we weren't related. Like,
Exactly.
so sure. Because in America, honestly, I just don't know.
Two white people with light hair. There's no way they could possibly be related. There is. Jason wants to know what a second cousin or a fifth cousin is.
Is that
What makes a fifth?
I mean, what? Does Jason not have, like, Jason, I thought you had family. If you don't, then I'm sorry.
Oh my God! Oh my God, Erica!
Like,
said you
why
didn't
does he
know
not
the
know what a
joke.
second cousin is? Like, is it only small town Maritimers and Italians who, like, know their cousins, like, that far down the line? Does everyone else just ignore their families?
Yeah.
And I think French Canadians also fall into that like category of people with families.
Yeah.
Like lots of families. Family.
See, I'm very lucky.
I have a big family.
Isn't it just like a Catholic thing where like Catholic families were encouraged to have like 1 million kids, and therefore like the town is just like 4 families?
So
I mean, maybe, I don't know. On my mom's side, I don't have like there aren't really big families. They're just like all the cousins, you know, since they were close in age, like hung out, and then as they grew up and had kids, like their kids were friends. So I've got like
that's
so
more
I'm
my
like, you know,
situation too, Erica.
Yeah.
Ah.
Between family and relatives, that's really just like, you know, people who you share blood with that you care about versus people you share blood with that voted for Donald Trump. Isn't that it? Like,
very specific.
Yeah.
especially if they're Canadian and voted for Donald Trump. Got to be those fraudulent mail-in ballots we've heard so much about. There is Tim Riel saying, yeah, French Canadians and Italians share generational guilt of having to keep entertaining our elders and pretending that we want to hang out with them.
I think that's universal, Tim.
That was a little bit too real.
Actually, I think Tim is just referring to the fact that his daughters still talk to him. It was meant for comedy. At least Erica got that. Okay.
it was. I
Lucy,
laughed out of guilt though, so don't take too much action.
Let's bring Paul up for a second before
crashing down to the earth. There's, all right. There we go. Sorry, I'm just doing a little stuff behind in the studio. Lucy, how did your mom like the show? You're not looking happy. Did she give a good
She hasn't responded yet. I don't know if she knows how. I don't know. It's like I messaged her on Instagram, so now I got to move. I went from email to Instagram to texting. I don't think she knows. She doesn't like having a phone. This I know. She doesn't like having a phone. I'm just gonna tell her, yo. That's it. And then she'll see the cascade of other notifications. I'm sure she enjoyed it. I said hooker so many times. You know, a few. And I'm hoping she wasn't just like, oh, Lucy, and then like tuned out.
Lucy.
Oh, Lucy.
I love the voice you gave your mom.
This is too much for mommy. She sounds like she's from like the 40s.
Yeah, the 40s, 20s.
I need to hear Justin do an impression of Lucy's mom.
Oh, Lucy, watch your mouth, young lady. Go to your room. Eat your porridge. I don't know.
Hey.
Yeah, Don Mulaney.
And that.
Go to your room.
Pointing out that the biggest difference between Italians and French Canadians is that an Italian will find a way to bring up that they're Italian during a BattleCOM after show.
I'm Italian, not vegan. Come on.
I mean, I also brought up being French Canadian, so
yeah.
So
there goes that, Jason, of unidentified cultural background.
Here's a fun fact that might not be fun at all. My wife got very upset with me for not telling her that Jason speaks French, because Jason is perfectly bilingual. His mother is French, and she was making a point of speaking to Jason in English every time they met because she thought he wouldn't understand French, and that went on for 2 years before she found out.
What?
Wow.
We're learning some hard truths about our friend Jason tonight.
I thought they were just both speaking English around me because they were kind to my stupidity. C'est vrai, je sens raison, les Italiens n'ont pas de tact. Which I don't think that counts as a hate crime for me to say that, because I don't know what I just said.
It's fine. I would just like to point out that if Tim wants to confirm that he's French Canadian, then why did he make 2 spelling mistakes in that comment?
Because he's French Canadian. That's how that works. Come on, Erica. You should know this.
Tim, Mr. I'm French Canadian, and just this child of Phil 101 correcting him. It's fine.
Yeah. He's also, though, his last name is Riel, which would make him related to the Manitoba Métis.
Very true. Okay, that's cool.
How do you guys know this?
We went to
'Cause I-
school.
Where's the encyclopedia or class that I missed?
I went to school outside of Quebec where they teach you about
Things.
stuff
Okay, got you.
outside of Quebec. Quick,
You went to school in Nova Scotia, Paul. Let's
outside of
step
Quebec.
down from the high horse.
Well, hold on. Can I give a little brief history of Otis, specifying that he is French Canadian. He's not part of that Riel family. But this is a little bit of I'm clicking at America, so we can't get him off the screen. Canadian history for people to know. Where is this is a pop quiz about Canadian history. Where is the home of Confederation? Justin?
You could argue because of the Confederation Conference was held in Charlottetown, September 5th, 1864.
Oh my god.
Okay, so that Charlottetown has actually a statue and has a park and a monument built to the fact that they are the home of Confederation, the home of Confederation for Canada. And the first 4 provinces that joined Canada at that time were Upper Canada, which is the furthest south of any part of Canada, Lower Canada, which is above Upper Canada, which just doesn't really make a lot of sense. Then you had Nova Scotia, which, because it was so large and had such a huge population base, had to cut in half so their votes didn't swell Upper and Lower Canada, and that created New Brunswick. You know who's missing from that? Prince Edward Island. Like that explains a lot about Canada, that Canada got formed in Prince Edward Island, and they said, you guys just try it first. Like that's having a roommate who takes a big pot of stew, saying, no, I just want to watch you eat it. That's basically how Canada started.
Most people on
It's like
most
if you
people
want
on
to eat something you have to pay.
yeah. I was gonna say most people on PEI, they don't say it was born. They don't say Confederation was born on Prince Edward Island. They just say it was conceived there. And they say the conception is more fun than the birth.
There is the thing when Canada finally expanded, when they had formed this little country, some people in Manitoba, they stood up and they said, oh, hey, you guys have a country, we want to have a country too. And so we, as nice Canadians, killed him. We actually killed somebody who wanted to form their own country just because we formed our own. And then John A. MacDonald said, we got to build a train to British Columbia to unite the land, because they're going to have the good weed. And the other people in between said, hey, we want to join too, but just not with them. And so we just drew a big straight line between them, and that became Saskatchewan and Alberta.
I just want to draw attention to the private chat because Andrew's saying he's got to go.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Bye.
Head out.
Hi, Andrew.
Thank you
Bye.
for having me. Enjoy the leftover
History.
I'm probably gonna
Sorry?
jet soon too. What?
Yeah, I think we're probably going to give this a call to the end after that. If I
What
have time to go
about
on history yet.
Very well, guys.
There we are. Thank you very much.
Have a good one. Thanks for having me again.
Bye, Andrew.
Hi, Andrew. You did great.
All right, finally he's
What
gone.
What about Timberlake?
It was a joke. That was a joke. Jeez.
It was a funny joke. I laughed. Are you not used to
Okay,
that?
all right. Just the look of pain that was on Erica's face. I was just
I feel like I have to serve a lot of face when we're doing online shows, even more than on stage, because I can't just move about the stage. I just gotta try and use my facial expressions.
Mobile comedian. All good. So Katie, what did you feel about doing BattleCOM for the very first time?
Well, first of all, very grateful that you let me on, because this is our first time interacting in this way. So you really took a leap of faith that I was actually entertaining, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I definitely trusted you, and I'll have a talk to him about this.
A mistake. Don't what? But thank you very much for having me on. I had a lot of fun.
Katie, you're so
Lucy.
great.
Yes, you did
I
really
really
great.
did think you were gonna take my legacy away from me.
No, I
for a bit.
don't know that that's possible. What I should have pandered with, though, was the fact that I made Canada Day cookies for Jason.
Oh,
and
yeah.
am I
Very
making
nice.
anything for the 4th of July? No.
Why would you? Just Canada.
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
She's living in Maryland right now.
Yeah, I live in the U.S. right now. Hopefully that'll change it.
You all are welcome to
Guys,
move back to Canada anytime because I said so.
The
Well,
newest
right.
episode of Drag Race All Stars 5 is up, so I also have to go. So I don't.
Oh,
get
shit.
spoiled for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm actually gonna
Yeah.
watch that too. Thank
Tell
you
me
for the
about
reminder.
it.
Yeah, I just saw one spoiler. It's the Snatch Game episode, and I saw who was playing who.
Not listening. Not listening.
Oh my
For
gosh.
one contestant. That's all you get to know. One contestant had spoiled for me, and so I'm like, okay, I gotta go before the whole thing.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
it's gonna be so good.
before-
Okay.
I'm just
All right,
going to
tell me
spoil
about it
a little
tomorrow.
bit for next week. Next week, Lucy is going to be joining. Kirsten Finch is returning to BattleCOM.
Ooh.
Kirsten.
Reese Turner and Chris Sandiford.
Oh!
Yo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch the fuck out of that. That's gonna be fun.
And it's on the 4th of July.
That's
at
a
the Mad
stacked
Love
little
Sunday.
show.
We're like an hour away from the 4th of July, Tim. Come on.
There it is. There it is.
All right.
All right. The
All right.
return of Kirsten Finch. Jason is I Am Hype. So there we go.
All right. Bye, Tim. Bye,
BattleCOM is returning.
Jason.
So bye, everybody. We'll see you next week on Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you all to the wonderful performers, and we'll be in touch in the next couple of days, depending on any donations that comes in. I don't know how much more fast I can speak, but this is how I'm speaking now.